back, everybody.
Welcome back.
We're here. Our guest today is James Savidge. Where's the holdover from the Italian episode last week? Where's my suit? I know. I saw the chain. Dude, no, I saw that down there. I was like, what the fuck? He told me he didn't have any gold chains. And I realized you were wearing mine from last week.
You fucking looking at me?
What the hell is all this
You're
about?
being looked at.
Take it easy.
I don't know if we're the ones looking at you.
Take it easy. This is Cuban links.
You better do your taxes. That's how they get us.
Dude, yeah.
Fuck taxes. I ain't paid them in years.
Yeah. He's a tax write-off. His gold chain.
I write these off.
This is for work exclusively.
I write these off to my investor.
You might invest. Damn, so you came all the way from Chicago.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
There's a lot of Chicagoans in. Becca's in, you're in, and they all ended up here. Everybody from Chicago ended up here.
We're here.
Yeah.
We even have Chicago beers.
I know.
Hand.
She brought a bunch of, she works at a brewery, and she brought a bunch of these beers.
Pipe works.
Yeah, how's yours?
Don't know yet.
What are you talking about? It's open for an hour.
I have
no, we
plum
just cracked
sour
them.
ale. I just cracked
Oh.
it. You're not here, Russell? Jesus Christ.
I thought I did it 3 times.
No,
I
you
thought
fuck. Plum sour ale.
I'm about to go on this apple pie ale, prize-winning apple pie.
Prize winning. Aunt B's apple pie.
It's definitely sour.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's definitely a tasty beer.
Mine's full drip mango, and it's pretty good. There's no
That's
hops
what I
in
almost
it.
got.
That's what I like.
I taste no crust in my apple pie, but I can
Yeah,
taste
you
the
imagine
apple. It's nice,
little
sweet. I was
crust
waiting for
floats in
some
there.
crust. Yeah, I was expecting some crust.
You know?
Any pie crust in the freezer?
No, we can
Sprinkle it in there.
I can Becca whip some up real quick.
No,
Becca, get the saltines.
I'll just eat it on the side. Just sip, crunch, sip, crunch.
Yeah, there you go. It's like a
easy
sidecar,
fix.
a pie crust
Yeah.
sidecar. There
Yeah.
you go.
It's an easy fix. That's
So,
for sure.
Yeah, just a little sugar on there.
oh, it's
Crisp
beautiful.
it up. Mm.
Beautiful. So we
I'll eat it
got
raw.
to adjust. We got to talk about the moment at hand. Chili cook-off yesterday. Remember, we set the name here. We did all that. We got an award actually for best first timers.
Nice. Were you the only first timers? This is the question I had to
Well,
ask.
yeah, I don't know because there was one other team and they won
'Cause-
Rookie of the Year. So I think this is.
I've only seen one video from that entire thing, and it was that gray-haired gentleman saying it was the worst chili he's ever had.
Oh wait.
So
Where
I'm
you
just
going,
wondering if
Russell?
you were the first. I'm just wondering if you're the first.
Those, aliens,
Christ.
those are lizard people. Yeah, so this was our district, our congressman in Washington. He came by and kind of nudged his way in. His name's Billy Long. He's an old auctioneer. And we were selling this chili as the worst chili at the chili cook-off.
Yeah.
We were asking people, I said,
I
you're
think
going to work Monday?
before we show this, I think you need to explain to them what you were telling to people at the chili cook-off.
Well,
you and Ben.
I told him it was going to make them sick. I said, do you have to work Monday? And they'd say, either way, they say yes or no. They say no. I said, all right, go ahead. And they say, I got to work. I said, hey, give me that back. You don't want that. It'll make you sick. And we were telling them, I mean, we were like circus barkers, man. It was wild. I felt like a carny. It was wild. We were at a chili, like 10 gallons. It filled up a whole hot box full of chili.
Yeah.
It was gone in an hour.
Nice.
And we were one of the busiest ones because people we were like, you, get over here. You like bad chili? It was great. And it's so we remember Tom Turton?
Oh, yeah. Old T Turts.
We fanboyed Tom Turton pretty hard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like we got out of the booth and like, dude, Tom. And, like we took some pictures with him. And mate, we might have him on the podcast.
I ran into,
nice.
About 15 years ago, I ran into Tom Turton at that Sinclair on Glenstone
Yeah.
at like 3:30 in the morning.
The fuck was Tom? What was the Turton doing
He
there?
probably just got off.
Oh, that or
Right.
probably going into
It was
work.
right down there, probably going in, whatever. Yeah, I sat there and I was like, dude, Tom Turton.
Dude,
what's
wow.
up, boy? I was
Royalty.
higher than fuck.
Dude.
I was higher than shit, dude.
Local broadcasting royalty. He is
I can
a gold
recognize
egg
that
in
man from
Springfield, too.
3 miles away.
Dude, he's got a nice wispy mustache now.
I know, right? I saw
I think
that.
I got that picture. Where am I?
We don't need to go back to the alien people.
There he is. Look at that.
Oh,
fucking
look
T-Turts,
at
baby.
that.
Dude, yeah. He's got the beard now. The
Yeah.
mustache is flared out.
He's got the curls going.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy
man.
T is looking
We
fresh.
fanboy. I watched him. He after he did this, he just was like, like he hadn't been fanboyed on that like that hard in a long time.
He's like, someone recognized me. It must be my new mustache wax.
Here he is eating our bad chili.
Tommy Turts is a legend, bro.
Oh, dude, he's awesome. So then we had this fella, again, our congressman. We kind of set him up a little bit. We wanted to, let everybody know that this is the worst chili there. So we went ahead and had him on here.
All right, folks, I've tasted all the chilies here at the Chicagö Chili Cook-Off. This is the #1 worst chili here. Period. Case closed. But 100 of ordered hands and about 2 and ordered hands and about 3 and about 10 and 30 quarter half. Sold it $300.
Oh, dude.
He sold 1 ounce. He's a good auctioneer. He sold 1 ounce of terrible chili for $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Dude, how you think that's how you get shit done in Washington, man?
Man, I need that guy down at my restaurant. Our prices are good. You know, we make some money, but if we could triple it all,
relatively,
man, I
mean,
could get paid more.
So this is a kind of funny video here of that same guy in Congress. There's like some kind of Trumper protester that came in and was like ruining the debates. So we got
recognizes that order. We'll have order in the hearing room, or you'll be asked to leave. Ma'am, you'll please take a seat, or we'll have to have
Here's
you.
where Billy comes in.
Then you'll need to relieve.
Donald Trump, help us. Please help us, Mr. President, before it is too late. Because Jack Dorsey is trying to influence the election.
How'd she get in there?
What'd she say? I can't understand her. What?
That is why he's censoring and shadow banning.
How about it in? 12 and a half, 15, 7 and a half, $20, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 30. Hit $30 down here, 2 and a half, 5, 35, 7 and a half, 40. Hit $40, 2 and a half, 5, 45, 7 and a half, 50. Hit $50 down here, 2 and a half.
Officer, will you escort this young lady out, please?
Yep.
I sure will.
2 and a half now, 5, 75, 7 and a half, $80 to 5, 85, 90. Hit $100 and a 10, 10 a quarter, 1 to quarter, 1 half, about 2 and a quarter.
Wow, that is the best way to filibuster.
For real.
That is like the most
that
solid
dude is
filibuster.
There he is.
That dude was
Our boy.
4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. We're selling the cell phone there. 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half.
selling the cell phone there.
500, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That dude's
Billy.
awesome.
Yeah. He's close personal friend now.
Basically best friends. I sent him to the hospital.
Yeah, I saw him in the bathroom after. I was like, Billy. He goes, my band. Yeah, he's like, we're pretty cool. We're trying now. I think I got some favors I could ask in Congress. Maybe I could get some files released.
Yeah, you could try it. See what happens.
Yeah, who knows?
What files do you want?
UFO mainly.
I mean, did you see they released an absolutely huge dossier?
Bunch of crap.
I know it's a bunch of
I want
crap.
the
but
real
Bullshit.
You want the real stuff. You want no redactions.
I want to see the freak show down at Area 51.
I need to see the autopsy photos.
Did you see
I
that
need to
random-
see the video.
Yeah.
Fuck the photos. They could have faked that shit. I want to see it in live action.
I want to go and see the barber boil things full of alien bodies. That's what I want to see.
Did you see the random like old woman that was walking on Area 51 the other day?
No.
Yeah, it was like an old lady just managed to get in there, and she was walking in there with a fucking cane. I think it was an old lady or old man, one or the other. They shouldn't have been there.
Like, how do you get through how do you get
I don't
through
know.
or over those?
And they didn't even look like they,
government
like
fences, man.
That's what I'm saying. I think the
Yeah,
government
people-
just let them in. They're like, this dude's not going to remember shit.
This person?
Yeah, that person. Look at that shit.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of...
Oh, crap. Oh,
I
here
walked
it
through
is.
the main entrance into Area
he's like,
51,
I'm lost.
and nobody really cared.
Oh, this is a suicide attempt.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Maybe he's just trying to get arrested. Maybe he doesn't have a place to live. I mean, they put you in prison forever. They'll feed you. It's not the best
Law
food.
enforcement was standing...
Three hots and a cop, baby.
That's exactly right.
That's the rules.
That's exactly right.
Your brother's enjoying that right now.
Dude, yeah, we got some letters from him if you guys want to hear them.
Oh, we got
I'd
jail
love to
letters.
hear
We got jail letters.
Yeah.
We got real letters here.
Hell
I
yeah,
didn't get
jail
this,
letters.
I didn't get to send
I
letters
haven't got
'cause
one
my
of those
fucking
in
prison
so
was
long.
fucked.
All of my incarcerated people forgot my address.
Oh.
My prison
No, I
letters
moved.
never went out.
Let's see, where are we at? So this is one of his letters I got. Dearest brother, I've arrived in Greene County Jail. It is even more terrifying than the picture books. Thank you for footing the bill on my son Bobby Jr.'s daycare bill while I'm away. I should have no problem becoming a trustee, so expect my next letter to contain lots of money. Your loving brother, Robert. Dear Russell, I have found work as a trustee in the kitchens, but sorry, no money yet. Jail is expensive. Expensive, but fun. Hope all is well, Robert.
He's playing mad games of checkers.
To whom it may
real good
concern.
at it.
This will be my last letter. We've grown apart in these last 5 weeks. I now have two loves in my life: overpriced nicotine pouches and Murray's institutional use government grade pomade. Ciao, Roberto.
So he's got some greased ass hair.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
got that
yeah.
going on.
Robert's slick back right now.
Yeah. He
That
goes by
motherfucker,
Roberto.
bro, he's Roberto now.
Yeah.
His shit is slick back. Looks like a fucking camel.
You gotta respect the slick back. I slick it back too.
Oh
Slick it
yeah,
back
you got
too.
to. It's a power move.
You use an
really.
actual
Yeah.
product.
Yeah, dude,
Robert's just sitting there rubbing.
This is
fucking-
actual grease.
Yeah, like fryer grease
This
on
is
his
for
fucking.
tanks.
Well, I mean, if you call natural product being Italian with a greasy ass head,
There's
That's
possible.
natural, dude. That's all natural, baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It
They
is.
spit.
Robert is not right now.
No, yeah.
I don't even need spit. I just need to like take a nap, and my hair is just like perfect. It's
Sleep on your head. That
It
shit
makes
will
it makes
taper
a lot
down.
of women in my life very jealous. I have this perfect hair, and I'm like, no, it's greasy. They're like, it's perfect. I'm like, okay.
No, but it's
Excuse me?
perfect.
Yeah, it is.
if it's
hair.
perfect, I am.
Well,
not
bitch,
gonna
stop
argue
watching
with
your
you.
hair so much.
I
How
am
about
not
that?
gonna, I'm not going to argue with you because
I don't fucking shower.
Toys.
Stop fucking taking showers. You're gonna be all right. Your hair will be just like mine. I promise. The fuck?
No, showers don't help. I'm just a grease ball.
Ah,
it's
man.
not a racial slur if you're actually this greasy.
That's true. I don't even know that's a racial slur to begin with.
Oh, it is. It's definitely a racial slur.
But if you enjoy it,
Well, it's not that I enjoy it. It's just that I'm
That you
actually
could
one.
say
I'm
it?
actually one of the people that term came from. Apparently, because man, seriously,
I thought it was you guys
like
that
18
worked on-
minutes out of the shower, I can just like stand my hair
Just
up on
grease
end.
up, man.
It's long too.
Man, it could.
It's gross.
I had to put product in my hair.
It doesn't
when was
smell
long.
weird, but
That's
it's
good.
definitely greasy.
Hey, well, you know, I get that pretty. I mean, I'm within, you know, by the end of the day, usually it's a little greased up, ready to
Yeah,
go,
that's how mine
ready for
always was.
action. Now, you know, I'm not like a wrestler or anything, but
Yeah, that's how mine always was.
yeah, it's a bear.
I have to go back to this beer. This beer gets better and better every drink.
Does
I
it
am
now?
enjoying the apple piness of it. I still think there's not a lot of crust flavor in it, and I
Yeah.
would think
Becca,
I think-
get the saltines.
I would
They
think-
don't listen.
I would,
they
I
don't
would-
listen to good ideas over there.
I would think the prize-winning pie would have an amazing crust, but this filling.
You know what they should do?
I will take this
should
filling
ring
all
that
day.
motherfucker.
They should put a crust
Oh,
ring around it.
yeah, and then you could just chew on your way
Yeah.
around.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
sick.
yeah, dude, or like a
Oh, yeah.
you
I'm
say like a
into it.
martini with salt, or not martini, margarita. You have a crust.
Yeah,
and
you
you
just-
take
Yeah.
the rim, boom, you're set.
You got
Yeah.
butter pecan crust, baby.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can charge
yeah.
twice as much too. You put a little
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
butter pecan crust on there.
No, this is
$30
Chicago
six-pack.
beer. You can charge 3 times as much in Chicago,
I didn't
twice as
think
much
about
everywhere
that.
else.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the other thing about Chicago is everything's fucking expensive up there.
You know,
We had nice and cheap around here.
bro, I almost threw up whenever he told me how much Newports were out there.
What are they running? 10?
If
12?
you buy them at 7-Eleven downtown, it's going to cost you $18 even.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck that.
dude, you can't afford to
if
smoke.
if you go a little bit into town, like not downtown, you're going to pay maybe $17. But there's people that go on the train all the way out into the burbs. They get out of Cook County so that they're on a different scale, and they'll buy like cartons of cigarettes or even just their packs, and they'll buy an $8.50 pack of Newports and then bring them back on the train and then sell Lucy's for $1 a piece, and they make their money this way.
Straight hustle.
Yeah, they just hang out on the train all day because it's a long ride to go all the way out on the end of the Orange Line. But then they get out there, hit up that 7-Eleven, buy $8 packs of cigarettes, come back on the train, and they're like, loose.
Oh, yeah.
I'd ride the
loose,
fucking
loose,
bus to
loose.
Springfield and then take the motherfuckers back there.
Oh yeah,
They're about
wasn't
$7
that
bucks.
a whole Trailer Park Boys episode where they had the Swayze Express with the
watch that.
they ran that the model train across the border packed with cigarettes. It was a long ass train that went across the border. So they were smuggling it on a model train.
I mean, that's the way you got to do it. That's the way you got to do
You
it.
got to be creative.
That's
You
how
got
Pablo
to
Escobar
make
started.
them ends. You got to make them ends.
Yeah, I know.
That's how the greatest Pablo Escobar started.
Trains,
Smuggling
model trains.
cigarettes.
Oh, smuggling cigarettes. I was really hoping it's
That's how
model
he started.
trains.
He was smuggling model
No,
trains.
he had them damn them buggy jeeps.
Oh yeah, little
Yeah,
dune buggy
and he was
things.
filling those bitches up with fucking cartons of cigarettes,
Wow.
and then bringing them across into
Good for him.
America
America.
and selling them for a shit ton. That's how he
Freedom.
started. And I don't know how he went from cigarettes to cocaine, but
It's natural.
whatever, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Cocaine worked out better.
That That's right for me.
that's exactly how it worked for me as far as
Cigarettes
like
straight
as
to cocaine.
as like the train of drugs, gateway drugs. I was
Wait, you
like,
went, you
I
jumped
was,
shit from cigarettes to cocaine?
No, so I
I was about to
actually
say,
I
geez,
did
I
a
didn't
little
do that.
backwards. I was like, I went from marijuana and I was like, man, I like smoking things, and I was like, cigarettes, cool, and then I was just like, all day.
Cocaine all day.
Released. Released the beast.
Damn, white rhino. Shit.
I got right off that weed, went straight to cocaine. No,
That happens.
I mean it was the
That's
thing
why
for
they
a
call
while.
weed a gateway drug. You got to say no, kids. You got to say no because you'll
is
end
their
up like
class.
this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Just like this
Just like
motherfucker.
this
yeah,
guy.
yeah. Just
He walked all the way
just-
from he walked all the way from Chicago to
in
Springfield.
like
to do
in like
this.
14 minutes though. It was very
Welcome,
expensive,
wow.
but I did it in 14 minutes.
Before we get off Chicago too much,
Fuck that.
Why don't
Don't
you-
put
Oh,
that shit over here.
you want me to
give
drink
me a
some
cell.
Malort?
Just give me a little cell here.
Oh, so am I selling Jepson's Malort to?
Well, I don't think
the
a lot of
masses?
people know what it is. I found out what
Okay.
it was recently.
So I'm gonna do a little bit of a sell here. Back in the day, a bunch of Norwegians, I believe, came to
A lot. A lot.
they came to Chicago and they opened up a brewery making their monk style liquor that they were really used to. They just absolutely needed to have their favorite drink. So they started making it in Chicago. Well, the thing is now even the Norwegians don't make it. So the only place that this is really made is at Jepson's in Chicago. This stuff I would describe most easily as Listerine that you're supposed to swallow.
Yeah.
It is an acquired taste. I love it now. But oh my God, the video I took of this man's lady
I would rather
when she
drink
took half
battery
a sip
acid.
and threw it at me.
I was
It's,
gonna say, I'd
it's
rather
one of my
drink
favorite. It's
Listerine.
one of my favorite videos that I have on my Instagram. She took a sip and just like basically
I'll-
threw it at
I'll
me.
put Listerine on ice.
Dude, no, I
And daily sip that shit before I
At least you're
drink
getting a
that ever
benefit
again.
from it. At least
Yeah.
you're getting a clean mouth from that.
Your
I
stomach's
mean,
gonna
it
be
even
clean,
has the
too.
Listerine color, but this is
Dude, yeah, the old school Listerine.
100 times. Charlie just texted me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said,
Yeah, we get a little.
ew, have fun with that. With a bunch of throw up faces.
Yeah. It's not good. It was my 1st
I'm not
time.
drinking this shit.
I would never say that this is good. I would say that it is a traditional drink of
Dude,
Chicago.
fuck
I'm going to tell you right now.
No, you fucking suck. You told me, you said, man, you're in Chicago. You got to try this stuff. It's called Malort. It's really good. But then you wouldn't tell me anything else about it. And you're like, no, I love this
don't think
shit.
I ever said it's
You
really good. I
no,
think I
you
said
did
you
on
have
the
to try
fucking
it.
train. Charlie was about to chime in. You told us that you thought it was good. So I was like, whatever, man.
I think he
I'm
was
going to
lying.
trust
He
you.
does think it's
I'm going
good.
to fucking trust
He
you.
just didn't
And then
always.
that was the worst fucking decision I've ever made in my life. I'd rather go back to prison.
Did it take the shot?
Absolutely.
Well.
Absolutely.
I mean, the fact is I'm the kind of person that will drink warm gin.
Yeah,
so
me
like,
too.
So like,
me too. Don't compare that to gin. Don't do that.
oh, I think actually the best way to drink this is out of
Is
a
throwing
wax
it away.
paper cup. No, out of a wax paper cup.
Oh, yeah.
No, I actually, the aroma is
dude,
much better than out of a glass.
It kind of cuts it like.
The aroma is much better.
Dude,
I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna
very
start
soft.
a thing. I'm gonna start a thing.
Hey,
I'm gonna
yeah.
get a bunch of those wax Dixie cups, and I'm gonna make sure all the bars have them now.
You should.
They're messing up. They're messing up.
I mean, I can barely even smell it in there. The wax is sucking up all the smell.
Oh man. Now we don't have to smell it before we drink it.
Yeah, here we go.
Cheers.
A lot.
Malort. Yeah, fuck you, Russell. He just swished it
Listerine.
around in his mouth.
It's Listerine.
He swished it around in his fucking mouth. That dude is a fucking
Hold on.
savage.
When you think of it as Listerine, it's not as bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I switched it. I thought of it as Listerine for sure. There's film.
There is evidence. Can we roll the tapes back?
Replay
wild.
that shit.
That's no, I'm good. I don't need to relive that. But no, that was it's not as bad. Like the first time, I just didn't know
I
what
think
to
the wax
think of
paper
it.
cup did a lot too.
You think?
I think the wax paper cup did.
I got a lot of crap
that
about
bullshit?
drinking wine out of wax paper cups. I think you might try it now with the wax paper cup. All right, now.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Pour some in the
No.
wax paper cup and then smell it. It's so different.
It is weird because I was taking it out of the
Culinarily
glass.
speaking,
Charlie
I've
said
just
you-
discovered a different
Charlie
thing.
said you cheated.
How did I cheat? I said checkers cup.
She said you cheated.
Oh, I drank before.
Yeah.
Well, that's just habit.
I
didn't do one
like
after,
I
though.
like to do it the other way around.
I was going to, but I wanted to kind of
When I did it-
inflict punishment on myself because I knew the aftertaste was the worst
When
part
I
of
did
of
it, I took a huge shot of it because they don't know what small shots are in Chicago.
No, they don't.
And I took a huge shot of it, and I looked at James, and I chugged the rest of my beer, thinking that it would go to, hoping, praying to the Lord that it would go away. And we walked around for an hour and a half afterwards, still there. It didn't go away. I had to brush my teeth.
I mean, it's still,
throw up.
So the flavor is still in my mouth, but I'll say actually the best part of the flavor is right now, and then it's going to just stay on me, and that's the part where it gets annoying. So I'm glad that this apple pie thing just keeps getting better and better,
Right.
because truly, like,
it's the opposite of Malort that keeps getting worse and worse.
Like, Malort isn't awful. Like I said, it's an acquired taste. It's like it takes a few times. When I first took Malort at it was called Replay. It's an arcade/bar. And I was new to Chicago, and you do this as a Chicagoan to people. That's why I did it to them.
Yeah.
When they're visiting, you got a Malort people.
The old mop the freezer trick, huh?
Like, people that like that stuff, I swear to God, they eat farts.
It's Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Speaking
they
of
eat
eating
farts.
farts, you're a chef in Chicago, right?
Yes.
He serves farts on a platter.
I make fart foam. I don't just serve fart raw.
Oh, dude, wow.
He gets real bougie with it.
Yeah. I make the cakes the girls sit on
He
OnlyFans.
traps and then smokes it.
Dude,
Wafts it around
yeah.
on
Have you
dessert.
ever had a cherry wood smoked fart
Yeah.
with
No, I
lime?
haven't.
Have you ever had a cherry wood
Like,
smoked
I'm
fart
kinda
with
good.
lime?
I mean, when you say it like that.
Yeah, you just go. It's perfect.
Whoa.
You half breathe it in and swallow it. It's
Tastes
perfect.
like Malort.
This one's so hippie right there, bro.
You gotta be serious, man.
You're fucking wrong, bro.
Do I hear you right?
Fucking ripped hard.
Dad,
Damn, I just ate this fucking smoked foam of fart, man. You know what I need? You know what I need?
Smoked fart, Dad.
Can I get a
Totally worth
triple?
it.
Can I get a triple Malort? Can I get a triple Malort warm? No, hot.
More in a
Hot.
fucking fart bag.
Serve it hot. Can you serve me that hot?
Fuck.
It's pretty good. Oh, make that note. Take that timestamp. Woo. But yeah, so how did you two meet up? Taylor
wow,
refers
yeah.
to you as his mentor.
Yeah.
Do you accept that role?
Yeah. I've been mentored to a few chefs. He's one of my favorites on the list.
What do you do?
So what did he do? He first started at Bear Dance Country Club as just a dishwasher. He was trying to pick up some extra hours.
Was this
he was
in
working
town?
at Chipotle.
Colorado.
This is in Colorado.
Okay. So you guys met in Colorado?
Yeah, we met in
Okay,
Colorado.
I got you.
So
Okay.
he was working at Qdoba.
Yeah.
And also got a job with us working with one of my chef mentors, Mike Hendricks, at the Bear Dance Country Club. He started out as our dishwasher, but like one day came up where Tyler, our other guy that works Salage, just kind of didn't show up. He didn't like
He was also
not a real like no call no show. It was more of
He was like 12 years old.
No,
I was
he looked,
positive he was 12.
He looked 12. He was at least 14.
He was a little baby.
Yeah.
He was a little
14-year-old with a baby.
Because when I
No.
started, I walk in, and Mike interviewed me, and he's like, "All right, cool, man." He's like, "We'd love to have you. We need the dishwasher position filled and stuff like that." So, what Mike told me was before we walked into the kitchen, and we walk in, and this was after lunch service.
Yeah, so you were dealing with the morning.
Yeah.
crew.
So I was like, "No, you were there."
Okay,
I came in later, and then so all the dishes from lunch were still there, and whatever the fuck they compiled as well during prep and everything. So I go in there, and Mike's like, "All right, man, you can have the job if you clear this out in 15 minutes."
Oh.
That's what
Yeah.
the motherfucker told me.
Yeah.
So I look in the-
Mike is amazing crazy.
like I look in the
It's a hyphenate, amazing crazy.
like I look in the
That's the
dish pit,
apostrophe Mason.
and so we had this like this staged area for silverware, right? Forks, knives, spoons, blah blah blah. They're in big fucking bus tubs.
Yeah.
And they were like a quarter of the way full in each layer. So that's the first thing I saw. I was like, okay, that's a lot of silver. And I was like, well, he didn't tell me I had to polish them. He just said I had to wash them. So I was like,
All right,
fuck
so
that,
you're
I'm not
already
polishing
scheming.
them.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I was
Hell yeah, he was
scheming.
scheming. He had
Because there was,
15 he had
there was
15
saute
minutes.
pans. There was fucking sheet trays there, dude. Like the dish pit was full. And I was like, what the fuck? This is a single bay
So
dishwasher.
you're auditioning for a
Yeah.
dishwasher?
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever, man. Because like when I walked in there, I was like, dude, this is like a real deal kitchen. Like this is like a for real thing. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do this shit. So I go in and I knocked him out in like 20 minutes. And then he comes back there.
That's
He's
not
like, look,
15,
man.
though.
He's like, you didn't do it in 15. He's like, I'm sorry, but he's like, I needed you to do it in 15. And I was like, all right, man. He's like, no, I'm just kidding, dude. He's like, you did that fast as shit. You're hired. I was like, all right, bet. But that's
amazing,
that's
crazy. I'll say it again.
like,
It's a hyphenate.
He was fucking. Mike's the shit, man. That's all. That's all I say. But
Mike is wonderful.
I'll let him continue.
Well, was that one of your first experiences in a real?
No,
kitchen?
like with that, yes.
Okay.
Like just because of like
the pressure.
What was no? And that's my first day. Like it was like one of those moments where you like walk into a place, like probably how you felt in Ventrix, but you worked in places like that.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where like you walk into somewhere and you're like, you see this guy, you see another guy that's Angry Jeff. And all these, these guys that are just like, busting their fucking ass, and James is running around fucking, doing whatever the fuck he was doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Being
I call it the circle dance.
He has 500 things on his
this
fucking,
way.
he has 500 things on his fucking stovetop, just cooking them all at one time. And he's like, dude, I got so fucking high last night, bro. Like, and he's like, so much shit's cooking behind him. And I'm like,
he knows where everything's at.
He's like, dude, try this. Like, I was like, what? This is fucking great. I was like, what the fuck? So like, it felt real. You know what I mean? I was like, that's the first time I've ever like really walked into a place and I was like, this is a real kitchen. And I already got the impression from Mike, right? He's like, you have to do this shit in 15 minutes. And he's like, no, you do that fast as fuck. Like, you're hired. I was like, so that's the type of guy he is.
Yeah, it's the type of guy he is.
And then like, Angry Jeff, you couldn't fucking talk to a dude to save your life. Like, how many times when I was in the dish pit, I would clear the dish pit out. We're right in the middle of dinner service. I'd clear the dish pit out. I'd go up to Jeff and I'd be like, hey, what are you doing with that? And he'd be like, I'm about to prep it. I'm like, cool. Because he was on broil. So, and there was actually like quite a few broil things that were there. So like there was lobster tails, there was pork chops, there was fucking steaks, there was salmon, there was tuna, there was like
the best pork chops I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, like the craziest fucking pork chops
I've never been able to source those pork chops.
Like
I never asked Mike
like
about
big,
them.
Thick motherfuckers, man. Like,
no shit.
They were good. Like, and I was like, I want to learn that, because I had grilled a lot before that. But not to that extent.
So was the way it was grilled, or was it the meat itself?
No, it was like
it's
the
a
cuts,
little bit of both.
Like, the
cuts had a lot to do with it.
Like even like the tuna that we were getting
sourced
there, like,
some of the best stuff I've ever seen.
The tuna we were getting there, like they're just fucking like a work of art.
So
like,
that's
it's just crazy.
So I like a lot of the sourcing, like I know, like it's a lot of you guys' responsibility, kind of as chefs, to do that kind of sourcing. Is that a pain in the ass?
Absolutely.
Or is that a good part of the job?
Well, I'll put it this way: for me personally. When it comes to like fish and and beef and lamb and duck and things like that, it's not hard.
More domestic.
It's really not
stuff.
It's the little shit that you really want to use, but you cannot find it anywhere in Springfield. So you're like, oh,
I want
cool.
the saffron in the square can, not the round
I have
can.
To fucking
no,
I have
seriously,
to order this
it's like
bullshit.
a huge deal.
I have to order this shit, and it's like it's the little stuff like grains and stuff like that. You guys have more of a source for that than I do. Like, the people that you guys get your grains from that Don used.
Oh, yeah.
I can contact them for like these weird fucking strange grains that I want to work with, but I have to call them and I have to place my order and I have to wait till it gets here and blah, blah, blah. I can't just go to the store and buy them.
Right.
It's like,
I'm sure you're not a priority vendor either, so it's like you're bottom of the list.
That's the thing is like, just like, with my truffles, with my truffle butter, things like that, I order that all from Chicago. From a guy that imports it from Italy.
Oh, wow.
So when I need truffle butter, I have to fucking call him and I have to be like, hey, I need truffle butter. And then he overnight ships it. It's like, but that's...
No, that guy's awesome.
That dude's
but also,
fucking dope.
No, he's absolutely amazing.
Dude is
But
dope.
also, it's got to be really hard if you're not down the block from him.
Exactly.
It's going to be really hard.
It's one of those things
it's
where
not
it's like...
easy for us, and we're down the block from him.
Yeah.
Just because he's busy, or he just doesn't...
He has one of the rarest commodities in
and
culinary.
Everybody's coming after him?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because the thing is he sells to a lot of the Michelin restaurants in Chicago as well.
Right.
Those are
I'm
like
guessing
high
they're getting
priority.
they're getting.
They're the ones buying $3,400 a pound white truffle. I mean, those are the people that he's gonna fucking drop everything for and go and get them truffle.
Yeah, he's not wanting to do favors.
Yeah. He will literally be like, no, I was too busy getting Grant Atkins some white truffle to even care about your order. So your stuff will be in Tuesday. I'm sorry you didn't get to do your Friday experience.
The most fucked up thing is too is like that dude is so fucking nice. Like even when he's like basically telling you to fuck yourself,
dude.
Like he's so fucking nice. He's like,
this guy,
hey man, like how you doing? Like. I'm sorry, like I can't get that out today. Like you're gonna have to wait until probably tomorrow or the next day for me to get it out. I'm like,
funny.
So it'll be here next week.
This dude's really like
And he's like,
behind the
yeah, man, I'm
scenes.
so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, but he's so fucking cool.
That's
Like,
awesome. So this guy's a really big behind the scenes for a lot of the major restaurants in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
there's
unsung hero, huh?
I've worked in so many restaurants. There's always this guy. So like we're gonna get back to how I met him.
Yeah,
but
sorry,
oh my
things
god,
get off track
I'm
pretty
gonna
bad.
just continue to
That's what
digress
happens
it
here.
all the way to like
This
an
is really
Irish
what happens.
restaurant. I was executive chef of an Irish restaurant out there in Chicago, and we had this guy, Irish Tony. It's an Irish bar run by
An Italian?
an Irish man with Irish bartenders, and we still call Irish Tony. He's that Irish.
Wow, that's pretty fucking. Did he have the accent?
Yeah.
Put him on to you, lads.
No,
Yeah.
you can't fake that. You can't imitate that accent. It is
Really?
so authentic. Like,
I have a hard time with the Philly accent. I've been working on it.
Like if you're an actual Irish, you can know exactly what block he grew up on. His accent is
yeah.
so
Bro, that's
deep.
how English people are too. I swear to sweet Jesus, that's how English people are.
But his accent is so deep and its own thing that like the people from Ireland know exactly where he's from, and he's got to be from the center. He's like Irish Tony. He's like from the center of
The
Ireland.
most Irish
He's the
man
most
in the
Irish you can
world.
Wherever
get.
the fuck the most Irish people are born in
This
Ireland.
Irish man never saw the sea until he flew to America, came here and decided to never change his accent because he's speaking English, so shut up, I'm going to do it. But this guy, he was my guy. He was the Irish guy. He got me the cheese. He got me the butter. He got me the stuff.
From
that no one
Ireland?
the stuff that no one else could get. He would get me this black currant concentrate that goes into Guinness for the ladies. For the ladies,
Like an aphrodisiac? What do
No.
you mean?
People
What do you mean for the ladies?
people that think that Guinness is too strong.
Oh, pussies.
Yeah. Yeah, ladies have pussies,
I get it
bud.
now.
Ladies have pussies.
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
So eureka.
oh, shit. You're talking about pussies. Okay, I get it.
The
No,
lady
he was a goddamn Irish gentleman. The ladies.
yeah. He wouldn't say pussy.
Ladies have beards
Yeah.
and dicks.
Some of them
They're just a
do.
little lower.
Yeah.
Just hang a little lower, you know
But
what I'm saying?
if they think the flavor and or strength of a Guinness is too much, we put this black currant stuff in it. It's delicious. It's delicious in a Guinness, but it's more of a dessert all of a sudden. But this stuff's hard to find because it's made in Ireland for the Irish, and
Ladies.
it's really
For the
Irish ladies.
Yeah.
The Irish ladies.
shout out to the Irish ladies,
Yes, sir.
dicks
Yes,
or
sir.
not.
Dicks or not.
Dicks or no dicks, doesn't matter right here.
But
And their bottom
he was
beards.
my guy. He would get the Kerrygold cheese that you've never even had.
I know they make butter. Now that they,
Yeah.
Oh no, they
make cheese,
make
too.
they make cheeses too, but like I
And
would
Guinness.
get I would get
What?
10-year
And Guinness.
I would
The
get
Kerrygold is maybe.
No, I'm saying the Irish.
Oh, the Irish. I was like, whoa, they make
Yeah, yeah.
butter. Guinness also makes Kerrygold and
no.
Irish Spring.
yes. It's really hard.
Lucky Charms?
Sometimes you get soap insteed of cheese.
Yeah, the
no,
import
but
It depends on how drunk Irish Tony was when he came in.
yeah, but
Just
but
melt it down, lad.
Oh, it'll be fine.
yeah, but Irish Tony would also bring us in these crazy breads, but he'd bring me these cheeses that you just can't get. And he would just source them. And I would see him out in the backyard sometimes, out in the back where I'd get my deliveries, and he'd just be screaming at people like, just yelling at someone.
shillelagh.
Yeah, shillelagh, you cunt.
You know the
shillelagh, you
bloody
cunt.
shillelaghs. You know the types.
And then all of a sudden, he'd come up to me and he'd be like, it's going to take a week and a half. But
in regular English.
it's going to
No
take a week.
accent.
No,
When he's
I'm
serious.
speaking serious because he was being serious. But no, he has the fucking accent. You have to like think real hard while he's talking to you. And he'd be like, it's going to be a week and a half, but I'll get you that 10-year-old Kerrygold that no one in the United States can get. I'm like,
And he just walks off.
hey, yeah, no, he seriously would. He would get straight up in his dented ass old minivan and drive off. And I'm like, dude, you drove off and you still have my brown bread. And so I'd text him. 2 hours later, he comes back and he's like, oh, I fucked up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's the plug, man.
Yeah.
We all got him.
Yeah, you got your plugs.
We all got him.
We got the truffle plug. He uses my truffle plug.
Yeah.
It's funny how the drug world influences the restaurant world.
No, actually, the restaurant world taught the drug world how to do it right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got your
so that's
plug,
a,
bro.
Man,
that's
have you
a
ever
professional.
have you ever shipped cheese across the ocean?
Have you ever smuggled cheese to the States? Yeah, across
Man,
the lake.
man.
To one bar.
Dude, I bet
To one
dude,
bar.
you're
To
right.
one fucking
Dude,
bar.
I
Yeah.
bet there is a little bit. It's like because I'm sure there's a lot of import-export laws, like especially on
Oh,
dairy.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
So just to get that in the country, to get it through, it's probably not even coming through customs, is it?
Not if I got it in a week and a half.
Yeah, right.
He
Yeah.
called
That motherfucker
Ireland.
Got, that motherfucker got submarined all the
yeah,
way
He's
over
got
here.
Ireland on the horn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, that shit was coming in slightly illegally, but at a fair price. So I had some cheese that no one knew about, and they were like, "Man, this is pretty good cheese." I need that unicorn shit.
Oh, you want the unicorn?
Yeah, I gotta finish this guy, but I want to try that unicorn shit.
You still working on yours, lady boy?
Yep.
Yeah, you lady. You pussy.
You fucking pussy.
But I'm gonna re-digress back to the point. How I met him.
yeah.
So
Long
Yeah.
sidebar.
But yes, we all
yeah,
have
he
plugs.
literally did come in.
Yeah.
He
To answer
literally
your
did
question,
come in when
we
I was.
do all have plugs.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got I was being absolutely crushed by the demands of my chef, because he liked to see me stressed out because he knew at a certain point I actually got super angry about it
And you thought
and
that's
did
funny?
better. No.
Oh, did better.
No. He figured I thought I was a 5-gear machine,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, "Dude, you're 6 gears. Just do this, and this, and you got 7 minutes." And I'm like, "It takes 4 minutes to get the pan warm."
What's this guy's time frame deal? He's like, "Oh, you got
Dude,
this long to do this. This long to do
What
this."
did you call him?
Amazing, crazy.
That's
yeah,
it.
That's it. That's all you need
That
to know.
covers it. That's
Yeah.
all, you need to know.
That's all you need to fucking know.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So,
we'll get to more about Mike here in a little bit.
Yeah. So Mike was having me make 3 different sauces, invent something new for tomorrow, and also he was like, just make a beurre blanc real quick. And I'm like, I've made a beurre blanc, but I don't have that recipe off the top of my head. And I swear to God, if I have to pick up my phone to just make sure I know what I'm doing, he's going to see it and then say some bullshit that's going to annoy me. So like, I'm trying to remember how to make a beurre blanc while I don't have any burners to warm it up. And like, dude comes in, I literally hear the like, "You got 15 minutes to do this." I saw it and I was like, "Dude, why? You're just gonna get some silverware done and fucking not let a dude work with us. Just hire him and tell him to do the dishes.
Just fucking pay him, please.
Dude, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I was just let him do the dishes. Just start paying him, let him do the dishes.
Quit these games, dude.
But I was like, okay, fine. I don't have time to even like give a dirty look to him. Like, are you serious right now, dude? You need the dishes done. You're not gonna do them, and I can't. Look, like behind me. Do you see that? I have 6 burners. I'm cooking 7 things. I'm cooking one thing over another thing off of its steam. I'm out of room. But let's do that. And I see that happen, right? I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe 2 weeks later, my chef forgets what day Taylor, the young boy, his vacation starts. Tyler.
I was hoping he was referring to you as the young boy.
No. Taylor,
Young
Tyler.
lad.
It gets hard sometimes in your brain.
I do that with my president, so I totally
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Taylor and Tyler. Obama.
Sometimes I say, "Oh, Busha," you know.
Dude, yeah. O'Regan.
Giorgio or Bush.
Giorgio O'Regan.
But suddenly this salad guy is not there, and the salad guy does like all kinds of other things besides salad. Scarmanger. Like he has some work to do, and he's not there. And I'm like, I didn't do his work for him because he was supposed to be here. Mm-hmm. Mike comes up and is like, "Hey, so you're gonna have to teach him how to make all your salads." I was like, "Damn, they're complicated." And I literally was no, my ass was so busy working for Mike that I knew this was my dishwasher, but I didn't take any personal time because like taking personal time with Crooked Jeff and Angry Jeff was like such a waste of my life because
Like 2 friends, 2
because
separate
Crooked
people?
Jeff was crooked and Angry Jeff was angry.
Is there
So,
any
like,
good Jeff out there?
No.
No.
No, they weren't. They were good at their jobs while they were focused on doing it, but they sucked as people. And I had tried to do the thing where I'm like, I'm your chef and I'm going to try to friend. No. Trying to be any sort of friendly with them sucked. So when he came in, I had already learned that lesson. This restaurant, don't learn the people, just let them do their jobs. So I didn't learn him. I didn't even know that he was making burritos or knew how to use a flat top or nothing.
Hey,
no.
burrito boy.
Straight up. I thought he was dishwashing. and he was there to dishwash. That was his gig.
Well, I mean, why would you think anything else?
Yeah.
I mean, you could have a conversation with the person.
Really,
like,
you could ask.
Fucking human.
But bro, that's the other thing about like, you know, being in a real kitchen is like a lot of the time like you don't have that conversation.
Well, I was gonna say there's got to be some kind of hierarchy and ego to a lot of that, where you're not gonna go make time.
No,
the
hierarchy said that like Angry Jeff and Crooked Jeff had to friend him first, so that they told me what he's about. I didn't have time to find out what my dishwasher was about.
Like the first time
there's an entire 2 feet of steel between me and him. I can't reach over and touch him. We're not going to be friends. I can reach over and touch Angry Jeff. I can reach over and touch Crooked Jeff. I can't reach over and touch him. So, no, we never had a conversation. So I was like, all right, dude, come over here real quick. I got to show you how to make these 5 salads, but I got to show you how to make 3 of them right now because they're on order. So let's go. And he's over here looking at a pile of fucking dishes that I know he can do in 20 minutes because I've seen it before, but also it's a fucking pile of dishes. It's big. And I'm like, come over here real quick. You're going to have to do this and this tonight. Sorry, bud.
Fucking tataki. Whatever the fuck it's called.
The tuna tataki?
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about those little chips.
I didn't give a fuck about anything else. I made shit like that all the time, but then he's like, oh yeah, and then we have this tataki, and you need to make that. And how you do it.
So this is a total baptism by fire.
No. So like the salads are salads in the most basic way because I had it set up to be pretty efficient. So like our beet salad was super complicated, but if you knew how to make it in the right order, you wouldn't get dirty. It was beautiful and people loved it. Mm-hmm. When you made it in the wrong order, your gloves are fucked up. You're making a mess on your cutting board. It's totally
right.
ruined.
And this kind of restaurant presentation's probably
absolutely. Important. Yeah, this is the highest elevation PGA level. I made an Arnold Palmer for Arnold Palmer in that place.
For real. You didn't see this. It's supposed to be in here. I have Becca got it for me. It is a signed John Daly where he's got his backswing and he's ripping a butt. He's coming through, and it's just a big frame picture, and he signed it.
Oh, nice.
It's badass.
Nice.
It's badass.
So,
you ever meet John Daly?
Did
you make a John Daly for John Daly?
No, I never had.
That's just Jack Daniels.
Oh, no, but no, I didn't pour liquor. I had to make a iced tea lemonade real quick because that one lady was pooping. Anyway, seriously, that was exactly what happened.
Well, the stars align. You got to meet Arnold Palmer.
But I show him the salads. I'm like, these are the salads. You do this one. The last one I showed him was the beet salad. I'm like, this is really important. Do it in this order. I'll come back to you next time you get one just to make sure you know. And I was like, but we got a tuna tataki on order, so let me show you this. And this would be the most culinary, like actual culinary item we actually have on our menu. It's served on a slate board. You have to pull out a metal ring. You've got to pack the tuna in it. You've got to pack without pressing and fucking up the avocado in it. So you got to.
But you also have to cut it down.
Yeah, you got
in really tiny slices, but not actually cut through it. And then you have to cut them into little, on the crosshairs, basically.
Like hash them?
Yeah, like you literally want it to look like a bunch of little fucking cubes.
Oh,
tiny,
yeah,
tiny.
So you're taking a sphere, and you're leaving no round lines on it, but also you're not wasting any of it. It's nutty. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And so you got to tuck this stuff in there and then leave as many points as you can going up so that like when you remove this ring, it's perfectly smooth and then the top has Bart Simpson hair.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I had some trash can nachos from the Master Chef Guy Ferrari today. You guys know him? You heard of him?
I actually have worked with him and in his diners, drive-ins and dives. He was in one of my restaurants. I hate Guy.
Dude,
I will say that on the internet. Guy Fieri.
No, he stinks. Guy Ferrari stinks.
I don't like you.
Dude, his restaurant, but he has this, it was just nachos, and he had a fucking coffee can. He lifted it up, and it was like, all right, that's great. Thanks, man. That's $20 nachos. He calls trash can nachos. So, same thing, right?
Sort of, but with more design,
right? And thought and care.
Yeah. So it has to have this like Bart Simpson hair thing, and then you've got to take these wet carrots and daikon radishes and like twist them in a little bowl so that they like form. You just got to wait for it to work right, and you got to use the entropy. You form it, and then suddenly it's like a sphere, and you go and get away from it, right? No, then
it's not even done yet.
Then you take these cucumbers, which you cut live every time, no matter what, and you've got to cut them at this like severe angle. cut them at this severe angle, and every single slice has to be the same size. So the first slice you make, if it is 1.17 millimeters, which is too big,
Yeah, that sounds.
you got to make all 5 slices 1.17 millimeters.
You gotta do it quick.
And then,
you gotta
you got to do it super quick. Otherwise, it sweats and gets weird. And then you got to fan them.
This sucks.
You've got to fan them and then place them on the plate just right. No, here's the fucked up part. Then you've got all these fried wonton chips. You've got to find one with a really crazy. You've got to find one. You got to find one that fried wrong with a really weird curl, right? And you take that and you put that on the plate, and then you take 2 that are perfect, and you tuck them in there, and then balance it on the plate. And then you take this sauce and you go, bloop. Like the last part, actually the most important. You just kind of bloop.
That's it.
And then you send it. But you've done all this other shit. You're like,
that's the thing. Like, people who don't see food, like, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand a lot of what you're saying here. I'll be fully honest.
There's someone that watches your show that's going to be like,
is.
that dish is bullshit. That seems like too much work.
Well,
it was beautiful and delicious. It was beautiful and delicious.
But everybody that says like food isn't art, like that is art.
Yeah.
Like that is a medium. You're just using food instead of fucking,
that was Chef Mike's
pastels.
love. There was no way that was not one of the things that he was the most proud of, because there's no way you were allowed.
I mean, once it was
you
done,
were not allowed to fuck it up.
Once it was done and you served it, it was a fucking nightmare actually making it. But once you got done with it and served it, you're like, God,
Let me ask you
damn.
this: start to finish, how long did something like that take?
You had
Easy.
3.5 minutes, but you could do it in 4 and not get like judged.
Yeah. Like I was, in reality, like the first one that I did by myself, it probably took me 5 minutes.
I was gonna say that leaves no room for fucking it up, which it sounds like the margin for fucking any of this up is pretty high.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's without fucking it up, right?
Yeah.
If you mess up one of those steps at all,
If you messed up one of those steps at all, like
Mike
you
wouldn't
are
serve it.
Yeah, he wouldn't
He
serve
wouldn't
it.
Send it
serve
back?
Oh, he wouldn't even put out the window.
I mean, to
He'd be
you,
like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's like,
Get it out of here, make another
get it
one.
out of here. That's
Like
wild.
but
He made me eat
Your underwear.
all my fuck ups.
Oh.
No, you fuck up 5 times in one day. You know how hard it is to eat 5 fucking salads?
Dude, that's smart.
You know how hard it is to eat 5 fucking salads?
This guy sounds tough.
He
But
was
fair.
awesome.
He was very fair, very awesome.
Amazing.
He was
awesome.
super nice. He was an old school hippie
Yeah.
that shaved off his like 9-foot long dreads and just like got serious about his career and could run 3 fine dining establishments, 4 really, because he had the steakhouse. He ran 4 fine dining establishments, one basically by remote, wouldn't even step in the place, perfectly, profitably.
Out of
Every day.
fear of pissing
Every
them
day.
off?
Every day.
How do you keep everybody in line? Like just
By being so perfect, you
Yeah.
needed to be like him.
Like
I needed
setting
to be,
by setting an example.
I wasn't
so-
afraid of him. I needed to be like him because there was I was so intimidated by the fact that there was a chef in the world that was that much better than me. He was so good at his job that he could stand there and sip iced vodka while I did my job, and he'd be like, what's Landon doing? I look over real quick and I'm like, dude. He goes, and he would go fix the thing that's fucked up. I didn't actually know what was up. I just like panicked Landon real quick because like I didn't know what Landon was fucking up.
So
But I knew immediately I needed to panic Landon.
Right.
And I go, dude. And he suddenly just runs over to the oven, pulls this thing out, and he's like, it's good. And I was like, I didn't even know you were cooking it.
makes
Seriously,
me-
I didn't even know he was cooking it. But like, he gave me the clue. He's like, you're my sous chef, bud. You need to fix the problem that's happening. What is he doing? I was like, dude. I didn't know if he was cutting something wrong because he was cutting some stuff at the time. No, he was burning some food. He was about to burn some food.
About to caught it even before he knew it was about to happen. He caught it.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's maybe that's starting to explain more about his hiring process. Like, because he can tell if you're doing like if you can do it that well, he can probably tell a lot by the way you wash your dishes, the route you take, your efficiency about the whole thing, how you can handle, a task.
Yeah.
You can probably tell a lot about somebody in their future in the restaurant world based off how they fucking wash dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Absolutely.
And if you say you got 15 minutes to do this, you watch them, you see how their mind works.
Yeah.
And I think
because
that's why he
because
can,
what he did when he saw those dishes is he looked at the machine that he's never even he doesn't even know the time cycle on the washing. He's like, what if the time cycle is 6 minutes? How am I
That's
going to
true.
do that? And how am
Probably
I going to wash
didn't
all
even think of it. Probably just
like,
went to work.
Like, how am I
Right.
going to do this? But like, how am I going to do this in 15 minutes if I only have 3 loads of dishes?
Right.
And have them be clean.
But that makes your mind
so he drops all the spoons into a rack for spoons and sprays the shit out of them so they're mostly clean and puts it in the machine. He's like, okay, there's a cycle. Starts spraying the next one, puts them in a box. Starts spraying the next one, puts them in a box. And he's like, okay, the next ones are loaded. Boom, 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 boom. Runs them. And he's like, okay, now I got room for a thing. And he's just looking around for however he can get the most dishes in the next thing.
Well-
and he was panicked, but he also planned it, but he also didn't know he was planning it.
Right.
And that's why he's a fucking chef now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like your mind is almost like if you think of it as a computer, like your CPU, like how much you can process and how quickly you can do it. This is a good way of seeing that, because as a chef or someone that has a bunch of orders at once,
Yeah.
you need to be able to think in segmented parts of your brain all at once. And if you can do that washing dishes, it's a good place to see if someone has that ability, because I don't think you can really gain that. You've either got it or you don't, I think.
It's definitely you got it or you don't.
Yeah, and so the best place to find out if they're even worth working at your restaurant and you investing your time into them is to see if they have it. And if they have it,
absolutely. There was a restaurant I worked with in Colorado. It was a vegan restaurant, and my chef was Chef Olamayu. He was Olamayu. I'm probably saying it super wrong. It is really hard to say. But Chef would be questioning someone that had been saying, I could be a saute cook here, I can saute cook here. They had no idea how busy the best vegan restaurant in the nation was in Colorado, full of vegans. It was nasty busy. It was insane busy. And the line was this big. I'm this big, but I still had to work in this much space. Oh my God, that place was crazy. And we'd be just like, we're not sure. So we'd go back and we'd find a rickety pan with kind of a wiggly handle and maybe a dent in it. And we'd put dry garbanzo beans in it. And we'd tell them, flip the beans. If you're a saute cook, you can flip these beans. We'd hand it to them. They go, and there's just garbanzo beans all over the thing. And we're like, okay, go home. I got another interview, bud.
Yeah.
Or they'd go, and 3 beans would fly. And we're like, that man was super fucked up. That's only 3 beans. 4 beans, you get hired. That was 3 beans. Come on in.
You didn't make the cut, buddy.
Yeah.
No. You throw 3 beans instead of up to 4 beans in this rickety pan was you can come in and stage.
We can work with that.
You flop it and you only maybe lose a bean. We're like, you've got a job. What are you looking for? But they throw 3 beans, we're like, we'll let you stage. We'll let you come in here for 2 hours and try to work this line for a minute and see if you freaking cry. Because this line will kill you. You have no idea how fast these people want this very difficult food and how fast you have to make it, because it's just every ticket, just the machine is just overloaded. You're like, okay, I've got 37 orders, so I'm going to just make the next 7. Okay, I'm gonna make the next 7.
Push them out.
I'm gonna make the next 7, and then all of a sudden I've made 21 orders, and the chef goes, slow down for a second. Grill guy's messing up, and all of us just look at him because there's 4 other people on the line. So until the guy over on the grill finishes stuff, we're screwed. The fryer guy is like, do I soak these cauliflower in buttermilk right now or what? What am I doing?
Dude,
and then all of a sudden they catch up and it's like, go, 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 go. And it's like 7, 7, 7, 7.
It's like running an orchestra, man. It really.
Absolutely.
All the pieces have to work together with the same time. Everybody has to be on pace.
When the flute player starts choking on their spit, the goddamn trumpet player has to put down his trumpet.
Yeah.
And then there's no fucking music. Then there's no fucking music.
The whole orchestra's affected by it. It's wild.
Stupid fucking flute player.
So what are you doing now? Where do you work?
I work at a place called Ventu. It's on Michigan Avenue, right off of Millennium Park in Chicago. It is fancy AF. It is beautiful. It is fun. It's in the Pendry Hotel. So it's like a 37-story hotel down on Lake Street. It's beautiful. It's in a carbon and carbide building. It's a historical site.
Oh, that's cool.
We have this beautiful cafe that gets all kinds of Instagram action that's open during the day. We close the cafe and open the fine dining establishment in the evening, and I work fine dining mostly. And we put out whole ducks and snails and caviar.
This is French.
Yeah.
It's French, but we do French modern, so this is not French traditional.
What's the main difference there?
The main difference is like Jacques Pepin. He used to cook with Julia. Jacques and Julia is an old cooking show I used to watch back in the day, but he still like makes YouTube videos and stuff for home cooks to learn the French style. It's just a lot of simple, like a little bit of flour, a little bit of butter, shake this here, make your sauce come together, use some wine. There's a lot of important techniques. The idea of cooking on a culinary level came from the French, from like the 1600s. Like culinary Italian didn't exist until the 1700s.
Is that where a lot of the...
That's what I was telling you. Everything came
French. Comes from the French techniques.
100%.
Everything that the good Italian cooks are doing, you can derive down to a French technique that was designed by some escoffier, which is like a food designer. They're like the highest level of chef. Like the head chef of the best restaurant in the world still isn't an escoffier. Because if he's an escoffier, he wouldn't even have a restaurant. He would just tell people how to run them.
He's totally devoted just straight to the food. He doesn't have to worry about the bullshit of running a restaurant, just the food.
Yeah. He designs the methods you use. So
Damn.
So the escoffiers come from France. The escoffiers' methods delineate to all of the European style cooking. The only difference in the world is when you get to like some Southern African cooking and some Asian cooking. The escoffier methods don't matter because they're using different ingredients, different styles, etc. But also, when it comes down to it, a really good Filipino chef that's like Filipino trained by the best in the Philippines comes to America. He immediately looks into some escoffier stuff to figure out how to like a little more the thing he knows for the last 20 years.
That's interesting.
Because not only is he already a master of a food, there's a master of food that has some things to say. So the place I'm working at is like on that level. We experiment with stuff that the escoffiers play with.
Oh.
They're like...
So you're stepping on the escoffier's toes a little
No,
here.
we're not stepping on the escoffier's toe. We're following them. We're using we're using the ideas that they came up with, but like instead of sprinkling dill oil on top of my halibut, I have used tapioca maltodextrin to turn my oil into a powder, and I put dill powder on top of my salmon or my halibut.
I didn't know you could turn oils into powders.
Oh yeah,
You're
it's
a
really
fucking
fun.
sorcerer, dude.
No, I'm totally a magician some days.
Dude, if you can figure
There's
out
some really fun
gold,
stuff.
hit me up.
Copper.
It sounds you're a copper, man.
I mean, I've
Or gas, man.
definitely put gold on chocolate and then sold it.
I was gonna say, what's the swankiest thing you guys serve over there? Like
Truffle.
Like okay,
No,
let's
caviar.
I would say
Caviar.
actually our caviar because
Yeah,
we serve golden Sestra caviar. So this egg comes from a very specific breed of sturgeon, and then only up to 1/3 of the eggs they lay will be golden, and then those eggs are taken by a human being and they're scooped up in a giant clamshell, and then they use
why a clamshell?
Because metal and a lot of other things will affect the flavor of the caviar.
So it needs to be a
It
natural.
needs to be a natural object like horn or shell.
No
And then they
shit.
use these horn tweezers.
like a taste, like a noticeable difference.
Yes, absolutely.
No shit, really.
Yeah. And then they use
I'll be
these
dipped.
like horn tweezers, like water buffalo horn
Oh, no
tweezers that were
shit.
hand carved, and they pull every single blonde egg.
So they're
out.
separating it out from the
just
batch
the
of-
blonde egg. So like for $175, you can have the sturgeon eggs that are black.
Mhm.
It's like $250 to have 1 ounce of the sturgeon eggs that are gold, but they're hand picked. They have to be delicately grabbed because they'll just pop.
Of course, yeah.
They're basically a super delicate balloon. So someone's grabbing them very delicately with a pair of water buffalo horn hand carved tweezers, and they're pulling it out of this spawning of this sturgeon, and then they put that in a special jar. And I serve that.
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
You sell a lot of it?
I mean, we're really good at our math, so we sell what we get, and we usually don't leave someone behind. But we sell a lot more of the caviars buying caviar is really weird because caviar people...
Isn't there a law?
No.
Laws on some caviars?
Oh, yeah. There's so many caviars that are just completely illegal because they've been literally overfarmed to the point that, like, the cruelty of humans have made the fish almost extinct.
So I remember I was watching one. I don't know if it was No Reservations or what. Some Anthony Bourdain. He was in somewhere, and he was just like, "Oh, I can't tell you where I got this, but I found this guy," and he just popped.
No,
up
and then he pops open some literal like 100% beluga.
Yeah. Okay.
So these sturgeon that produce the blonde eggs, the blonde eggs come from the fact that they're hybridized. They're a beluga sturgeon hybrid that are farmed.
So that's legal,
and
because
it's legal because they're a farmed fish, and now they're literally a full breed that know how to breed with each other, and they're a farm fish. But like one of the weird genetic complications is this super delicious golden caviar that comes out super rarely.
So it's a really good benefit of having this hybridization of it.
Yeah.
It actually has an incredible benefit.
And, it has an incredible flavor as far as I'm concerned, but also there's this thing with caviar. All these caviars I sell have an extremely different flavor profile.
To the layman or to you?
Even to the layman.
Okay.
If I put 5 jars of these expensive caviars in front of you, I could hand you the one we sell for $50 and be like, this one is grassy and fishy, and you taste it with the right spoon. You're like, that tastes like the lawn. That tastes like the lawn and a sardine. So fishy and grassy.
Huh.
And I'm like, this one here is buttery and seaweedy. And you pick it up and you're like, that tastes like a nori chip and butter. This one here is fishy and briny, so it tastes like fish, and it's very salty, but it's like sea salty. And so, like, people that are searching for caviar that really love caviar, if they're on a caviar day, they might be willing to spend $250, but literally what the server has to do when they're selling them is sell them the caviar they actually want. Because if they're feeling that they want to have, some, they want to have a Shiraz and caviar, you're already in a really weird position where you're trying to sell them the most expensive stuff or the least expensive stuff we have because of the way the flavor profiles read. Because they want something fishy, or they want something that doesn't have any fishy because they're on a red wine. Or they're on a Riesling, you're on a Riesling, and all of a sudden you go to the middle of the bar because you're like, you do want something fishy because you got a really sweet wine and you want something with some brine and something with some grass. So you kind of want this one or this one. And so that leaves a lot of what I do and what my crew does to the servers.
Right. I was going to say, so do you add anything? Like, I don't know anything. I never even had caviar. I don't know anything about it. Do you add anything to it? It's just what it is, right?
So we don't add anything to the caviar. We add accoutrement, right? So you get your caviar on ice. And then you have some shallot pearls. And our shallot pearls are some of that gastronomy stuff. They're a pearlized shallot vinegar. So they're like little balls that'll pop in your mouth, but they're full of vinegar. They're really neat. Like, you can pick them up and you bite into them and they pop.
Really?
And then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, there's like a ton of acidic stuff in my mouth and it tastes super good.
So you just complement with other things.
Yeah. So we complement it with other things. So there's like some chives and some cream and a few little crepes and some chips. So like you can spread your caviar on some crepes, or you can
I don't
dip
spread
it,
that shit on nothing.
it.
I eat that shit straight up.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about chips. I don't care about.
Especially if you're spending that kind of money.
If I'm spending that much money, I'm not.
What's
No,
the point?
fuck that.
What's
I'm
the
eating it
point
straight
if
out
you're
the
putting on a
jar.
cracker?
That's how I am.
So
now I do like caviar and oysters.
This guy right here.
Caviar and oysters is fucking.
This guy
fire.
right here. He's just gonna grab a $250 jar of caviar, and he's gonna pop it open. And he goes,
like
just straight up shot.
You know the beef jerky
like a baller. I mean,
I know. Pop that whole bitch,
this
right?
Dude wears, look
That's
at
what
this
I do
dude.
with caviar, dude.
Look at this dude. He's wearing a gold chain.
Yeah, he rules.
If I'm ordering caviar, I'm popping that bitch.
All right. I mean, I think you're right though.
Now I won't do it all at one time because I make my stomach hurt. But I will do it gradually, and I'll eat it throughout the whole entire night. Like
Yeah,
that,
just keep it in your pocket.
I fucking love caviar.
But your accoutrements are just some bullshit for you.
I don't care.
Peppermints.
I really don't care
Butterscotch.
about it. That's how much I love caviar.
Damn.
I don't need nothing else.
Damn.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Now, but like I said,
selling it, huh?
but like I said, I do love caviar and oysters.
Well,
That
sounds a
shit's
little
fire.
different. That sounds a little different.
Oh,
than
super
throwing
good.
it on a saltine.
We had that at Sean Brock's.
Yeah.
And it was like a you might know what they're called. I can't remember what they're called. It's a Japanese oyster. They're very tiny.
Okay.
They're like this, but it's like a big bodied
The
oyster.
Momokotos.
Whatever, I don't know what they are, but that's Sean Brock's favorite oyster.
It's probably a Momokoto.
A part of his appetizer, like he serves them on like this rock, right? That's cold, but it's not ice. It's like a rock that is cold. That's gastronomy. Like I mean, it's just like it's
That's
weird.
the second time
right?
I've heard this term today, and I don't know what the hell it means.
Gastronomy is like the very, very, very experimental, crazy shit that the restaurant owners do.
Because it sounds like it fucks with your
No.
gastrointestinal.
Do you
Gastronomy.
remember-
It's like the science of your
Gut?
gastric
Do you
stuff.
remember when I showed you that video of Grant when he flipped that thing over and the Pharaoh row was in
Right.
the bottom of it? That's gastronomy.
Hey.
Because like I said, I was like, how does he make that stick in there where it's a fucking dish and you eat out of the top, you eat a thing off the top of it and then you flip it over and there's fucking salmon roe in the bottom of it. How does it not fall out? That's gastronomy. Because normally any other day of the week, that's just going to fall out.
Yeah.
But that's just...
Oh, I got another
That's how-
Momo.
That's just,
I like that.
It's like the very scientific part of where we continue getting
So
ideas from.
gastrointestinal tract.
No. So I'll tell you exactly what gastronomy is in your personal experience. I swear to God, I don't understand why, and I'm gonna write them a goddamn email. But Jepson,
You're doing gastronomy right now.
Jepson's
I'm a
Malort
gastronomist.
in a waxed paper cup
Dude,
has a better aroma and goes down smoother.
Dude, I've taken one other shot in my life. It was out of glass, and it was awful. This is not the same as I had
No,
the other night.
this is gastronomy. I'm gonna write them a letter.
You should. Hey, just cut me in. Here we
You
go.
broke-
We're not gonna make any money. They're just gonna sell paper cups. They're just gonna
cups.
sell Dixie cups with bottles.
Yeah, they might.
I'm
as well.
telling you, they're gonna do it.
it's different. You're
Basically,
right.
like with
I'm gonna do
gastronomy,
it your way. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it straight.
with gastronomy, you're breaking the border constantly. Like that's all you're doing with the food industry. Like you're like, okay, there's so much gastronomy out right now, but
Dude.
what can we do next?
That's gastronomy.
Isn't
it
like-
way better out of a wax
not the
paper
same
cup?
Exactly. So it's like
I have
it's just
discovered
like
something,
that.
and it's on
Like,
film.
That's
this
so
is amazing.
wild.
It's just like that, dude. It's like you drink
hell?
Malort out of a fucking shot glass, and it's disgusting.
Oh, you got to show her that.
Oh, she's
down
watching.
there.
She's watching this whole thing.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like
No, yeah.
with a clean. You got one clean cup.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Becca!
Becca, come up here.
Come on now.
Come on now.
She's also a Malort expert. She's a Chicagoan. She knows what
Yeah.
Malort's about. This is seriously weird. This is gastronomy.
That,
for
yeah,
real.
no, it was disgusting. It was so bad the other day. I was like,
Straight out of a glass.
Yeah.
yeah.
wax paper cup. We're talking different here.
Yeah, wax paper cup changes. It changes the aroma and it changes the. It's totally
Dude,
different.
I was getting bullshit for drinking wine out of a paper cup the other day. On the last podcast, I was drinking
That
Francophone.
did
You know
taste
why? Because it changes
like
it.
shit.
Because we just proved it. We just
You
we just
don't
proved
drink
that alcohol
wine out of a fucking plastic cup. That is a rule breaker.
out of a plastic cup.
We were drinking
No,
wine out
it
of a
was-
plastic cup the other day.
oh,
Those
no.
motherfuckers.
drink
no,
wine.
this is a wax paper cup. This is
And
different.
we
That-
were
that's
drinking
weird.
wine out of it the other day.
I shut down a Rallies, and I have a bunch of these. You coming, Becca?
Becca!
Becca,
probably
come try
asleep.
this.
Probably.
Fell asleep in a caviar conversation.
Probably.
He's back there snoozing.
Just keep that cup clean, or make sure she's got a clean cup and at least one shot lip by the time we're
absolutely.
done. This is different. It's so
Dude,
weird.
you
I'm
got it.
gonna write them a little email. I'm
See where it
emailing
goes.
Jepsons.
Hello. Where's the lot?
Jeppy.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yo, Jeppy, try this out. It's baller.
I've never read the back of this. It says Jepson's Malort has the aroma and full-bodied flavor of an unusual botanical.
Bag fart.
Baggy
Its
fart?
bitter taste is savored by two-fisted drinkers.
A sous vide.
That's what it
It's
says.
a sous vide.
It's like
toot.
if you're an alcoholic, this is liquor.
Dude,
is that
yeah.
what that says? If you're an alcoholic, this is liquor.
Pretty much. Yeah,
It's a fucking sous vide toot.
yeah
That's what it
is.
is, dude. It's fucking nasty.
Smoked farts.
Yeah, it fucking We're doing that, dude. I'm doing it tomorrow.
Smoking
Smoking
farts?
farts?
Yeah.
Might as well,
I'm
dude.
serving it to somebody.
Oh man, we
Sorry to the-
went to
sorry to the
Mexican
lucky
Villa. We went
guest
to
on-
Mexican
oh, you
Villa.
ate
We
Mexican
got
Villa.
farts. We got farts.
Oh, dude, yeah, how'd the Mexican Villa go?
Yeah. I thought it was the cheese sauce was amazing.
The yellow cheese dip.
The yellow
Yeah,
cheese dip.
the yellow cheese dip
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
Chips were
I
good.
really am confused by how spicy the salsa was, while also not tasting like a pepper.
Weird, right? The hot salsa.
It tasted super
Yeah.
like tomatoes and was so damn spicy.
Have you ever had anything like that? I feel like it's pretty
weird. It's weird.
It's very
I haven't
different than
had shit like
anything
that
else.
anywhere else.
And then I would say the burrito was 64% out of a can, and then like they definitely cooked the hamburger.
Yeah, probably. I hope so.
And that is like my.
And they put it in the oven.
That is my. They
They
did.
put it in the oven.
They did.
Yeah,
It was
the plate is
warm.
hot.
It
Was the
was
plate
warm.
hot?
The plate. There was 2 plates. The
Yeah,
plate
you
was
see
hot.
the shirts? They tell you. They're very litigious.
I actually liked how the server, when I was like, I didn't give her my actual opinion when she asked about it, was like, that is the exact proper response. She knew that was the proper response. I think maybe it's an acquired taste.
See, that's the thing, and I've always said this. How did you preface this meal? Did you tell him that
He told me
No,
it's
I
the
told
worst
him-
shit I
I
was going
said-
to ever
no,
eat
I
in my
told him, I
life. He
said,
said
dude,
that I
look,
was not allowed to.
I said, you are not allowed to be a chef here. You're not allowed to be a line cook. You're not allowed to do any of that
Not
shit.
a line
I said,
cook,
you
huh?
have to get rid of
I couldn't-
everything. I said, you can't even be a person that is curious about being a fucking cook.
No,
You can't.
Just
No,
shut it
I
off.
said, you have
Shut
to
it
be
off.
a person that is going into Mexican Villa to eat food like you're starving and you need something to eat and you're going in there to eat it for the first time ever and you hope to God that it's good. The
Yeah.
culinary side
All right.
shuts the fuck
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
That's what I told him.
There was no like rating the acidity of the sauce.
nothing. I
Or
said
the
there's no
design
bullshit.
or the design
Dude.
of the plate,
Yeah.
or like
Dude, I would
the filling, or
if I
the
heard those words come out of your
presentation.
mouth, I would ask you to leave.
Yeah.
At a
There
Mexican Villa?
was none of that. It was just absolutely not allowed.
Just drunk munch. Like
Yeah.
like that's good
Yeah,
drunk
drunk
munch.
munch,
It's
yeah.
good drunk munch.
Yeah. That's
So-
all that was allowed.
I mean, again, we grew up with it, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's just something that's always been here. It's our malort.
No. As an outsider, I'll say that like my
It's
real,
not Mexican,
my,
though.
my,
It's-
And that's the other thing I told him. I
it
said,
is
it's not fucking
it's
Mexican food.
It's
Like
It's
it's just food.
it's-
no.
like, yeah.
I will
It's just
say
food,
I will
man.
say that like my actual trying to fight all of my culinary instincts opinion was, why is this not just a spot that is an singular spot? Why is there not just one Mexican Villa? This is the kind of place that, yes, you can drop this down. You got that killer cheese sauce. You guys do this burrito. You guys have like a taco burger. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
thing
look.
sucks.
We didn't
That
even.
thing's horrible.
Well, no,
It's
I didn't. We
so bad.
no,
I haven't
no,
eaten one of those
the
since I was
lady,
9, bro. I never
no.
will.
I never stray from the menu. I learned my lesson a long
No,
time
no,
ago.
no,
But
no.
enchilada style every
Yes,
time.
Every time.
one of the first things our server asked us was, "Do you need a menu?" And he said, "No."
Oh yeah, you don't need menu.
I was like, "So we're gonna
That's
order
how
the
they
one
know.
thing. We're gonna order the one thing, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
fine."
yeah.
But like, you look on the wall, and it's like, "Try our taco burger."
that's-
Have you ever had an inverted chili ice cream? I don't know.
Try
I
our
didn't look
chicken
at all of
tenders.
it. Yeah, like I don't know what the fuck is all on their menu. I did not even
You didn't
see
need to
one.
know.
I don't care. I was there to eat a fucking burrito enchilada style
Yeah.
because before you guys started Mostly Facts, he was on your show and you guys had a big old conversation about cashew chicken.
Is that what started? Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why-
cashew. You guys had a big old conversation
Yeah.
about cashew chicken and
Villa.
Mexican Villa, and I was like, well, if I'm going to fucking Springfield, I'm eating at your restaurant. I'm gonna cook some goddamn food at your restaurant, and we're gonna eat some cashew chicken and some fucking Mexican Villa. Otherwise, I did not come to your city.
Yeah.
So as far like, as an outsider, what does this mean for the Springfield food scene? Like, just is it unusual? Are we just kind of our own bubble here? What do you?
But that's the
I
thing.
think it's a little bit of its own bubble.
He's had good and bad, right? He had,
Sure.
In my opinion, the best breakfast place in town.
What's that?
The Rise.
We went to Rise, and that croque monsieur or croque madame I had today,
Hell,
freaking amazing.
Straight fire.
what is this place?
It's downtown.
It's so good.
never
It's
heard of
down
it.
the block
Yeah,
from
it's
his restaurant.
It's right down there. It's by it's across the street from Civil.
On the square?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's called Rise.
It's called the Rise.
And they have these fruit juices. They serve coffee, and holy crap, that croque madame was
What
baller.
the?
It was
What's
amazing.
that? That's my second
It's
question.
basically like this. Is it?
It's like
French,
it's
French
ham
bread?
and mustard sandwich covered in cheese.
But it's grain mustard.
and,
mustard,
and
very
an
important.
egg.
Yeah.
Like it's not
So
an actual sandwich. It's not like you
build
pick
a
it
ham
up.
sandwich and then you cover it with fucking cheese and you melt it on there and then you put an egg on top.
Good. That's the
It's so
explanation.
fucking
I
good.
need.
It's so fucking good.
Ham sandwich with an egg and cheese.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
and
sounds
it-
goddamn
with
delicious.
grain mustard on it.
It's bread, mustard, ham, cheese, bread, cheese, egg.
That's
you
it.
have to eat it with a fork and knife, and it's not an actual sandwich.
Slopper, huh?
It's fucking dude.
No,
it's so good.
I think like a sloppy Joe, you can pick up like a slopper. You can pick up. No, you don't. You eat a croque monsieur. You eat this sandwich with a fork and knife.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's good.
And it
So he
is
had
so
that.
good.
He had that at 9:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then a
We
few
got
hours
Mexican
later,
Villa.
and then a few hours later, we go to Mexican Villa.
So
He's got a picture of me standing next to their sign that says "Good food."
Yeah. That's all you need.
And I was like, it was good food.
that's it.
Culinarily speaking,
We did it.
as a fairly high level Chicago chef that has worked really hard to build
Big
my
city
career,
Chicago chef loves
I will
Mexican
say,
Villa.
no,
Bing, 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 bing,
no,
bing,
no,
bing,
you
bing.
said some
Jackpot.
bullshit right there.
Loves.
no,
Loves.
I said
Glaring
it's good
endorsement.
Food.
Good food.
It's good food. It is good food.
Says good food.
They have it painted on their wall, and I concur.
Yeah, we got a picture of you there. Got evidence.
You can't
It's
take it
painted on
back.
their wall,
Dude,
and
it's
I
in
concur. It's
stone.
good food.
So did you have
I
the-
don't love it.
Well,
I'm not going to open.
None of us love it.
I'm not going to open the next.
Honestly,
I'm not going to
though-
open the first Mexican Villa in Chicago.
I wouldn't do that. You get shut down. This is the most culturally appropriated fucking
You'd
food.
be lucky. You'd be
shut
better
down so
off
fast
if you
in
ordered a
Chicago.
fucking
No,
Del
no.
Taco.
If you talk about cultural appropriation,
this
I'll
is the
tell you right
worst.
now. One of the things I said while we were eating, I was like, one thing I can tell about this food. I'm trying not to be a chef. There are no Mexicans in this kitchen because they would change all the
Fuck no.
sauces and all of the.
Dude, it
burritos.
was
They
made
would
by
change
it was,
everything.
it was made by a World War II bomber pilot that came back.
Yeah.
It's like, I made this shit in the service.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's
ridiculous.
It's beans
And
and,
then-
meat in bread. Yeah.
That's the extent of the Mexican
Yep.
side of it. So did you do cashew chicken?
We're doing that tomorrow.
Where are you going?
Yeah,
You
not
going
yet.
Canton?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, Canton.
We're going to Canton for
because he
the
wants cashew chicken. And my personal opinion. Sorry to anyone else that hears this that makes cashew chicken, but in my personal opinion, Canton Inn has the best cashew chicken sauce.
Now,
and I also just fuck with cashew.
Canton is
Canton
great.
Inn. It's fucking amazing.
Well, that's the
It's
thing.
cheap as shit. It's
It
fucking
is.
delicious. Like
Well, when
I
you
love
say
that
cashew
place.
chicken here, it probably means because to me, it's
No, it
just like-
absolutely means something different everywhere that is not the city. I'll tell you right now. I mean, I've been literally St. Louis, Kansas City. I've eaten.
Oh,
I've,
dude,
I've
it will
been in
not
Chinese
taste like it
restaurants.
does here.
No,
I don't go.
no.
I don't go to
Ever.
Chinese
No,
restaurants.
no.
I don't
So-
go
so
outside
those
of
are-
Springfield.
So
I
those
don't
are your,
go
those
there.
are your close spots, right? And then if you go beyond the periphery, no, cashew chicken in Colorado. He could probably tell you
I
the
can
story
vouch.
in this
I
most
can vouch.
aggressive way.
I
but
can
I'll
vouch.
tell you
I was
right,
fucking pissed.
Dude, Panda,
I'll
Panda
tell-
Express, they
Trash.
try and sell cashew chicken.
Trash.
Terrible.
No, I'll tell you right now.
Oh.
I've never tried a cashew chicken from Panda, but I'm gonna tell you. You go to Chinatown in Chicago and you see cashew chicken. Cashew chicken is going to be like literally smashed cashews on a fried chicken breast, and they're gonna put sweet and sour on top of it.
That's an abortion of a meal.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I have I've not had cashew chicken here. I have not had cashew chicken here, but I'm going to tell you that's what
Dude,
you're going to
you
get in Chicago.
You come here and blast
You
food chicken.
come-
You're
This is
blaspheming.
coming to my goddamn
Chicago,
town.
Chicago's a food town, and that's what cashew chicken will be there in the Chinatown.
So-
So it's not the same thing. It is like
It's
a
known
very
as Springfield
Springfield
cashew
cashew
chicken.
this is literally your Asian
Mecca.
community in
Yeah.
Springfield
Yep.
designed this dish, and it's something they like to share with
Leon.
their family, and they
Leon,
put it
yeah.
all in their restaurants because it's something they like to cook for their family because they have their own restaurants, and this is a thing they like. I have never had it, but I'm going to tell you right now, anything that has ever been called cashew chicken in any restaurant that I've ever been in is garbage food.
Is it generally the
Horrible.
same?
Dude, like
everywhere other
so
than here?
in
Is it
Colorado-
No,
same?
listen to his
Or is it-
Colorado
in
story because
Colorado,
this makes me cry.
I
'Cause
go-
like,
I
there's
literally-
like sweet and sour with crushed sweet and sour sauce on a breast that has been like flattened, smashed, and then fried. and then they put they put crushed cashews on it, is the best version of cashew chicken I've ever seen. That is
Colorado
in the city.
is fucking embarrassing.
Dude,
so when I
that was
moved
the
out,
best you've had.
when I moved out to
Yes,
Colorado,
and it's not good. It's
and I
not
can
good.
tell you
Dude,
right
that hurts
now,
my
if you
heart
ever
hearing
ate
this.
cashew chicken in Colorado, it's even worse. And the reason
Listen
why
to this,
I move
listen to
out
this.
there, I move out
Yeah,
there, and
yeah.
I'm like, dude, like I didn't think I'd ever care about cashew chicken, right? I mean, I love it when I'm here.
There's a huge
but
addictive quality
it is.
to it.
And so I go out to Colorado, and I like, dude, I'm probably like 2 months in, and I didn't think a day about cashew chicken. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, I gotta find cashew chicken. I gotta get it.
You gotta,
So
once
I go.
you hit that craving, man, there's no
I look
beating
at
it.
every fucking cashew, like every Chinese restaurant that's around us.
That's a good one. This one's just try that mango one. This is more like a regular beer. It's really good, but that one's just a little different.
So I look at every Chinese restaurant from Castle Rock to where did we talk about earlier?
I was talking literally.
Castle Rock and what's a little bit north?
Parker.
Parker. I look at Castle Rock and Parker.
Park?
I was willing to drive 20 minutes to get cashew chicken.
On the worst road ever. That road
No.
sucks.
Stinker, huh?
Nothing shows up. So there's this random little spot that was like 5 minutes away from my house in Castle Rock, and it says cashew chicken. I call up on the phone. I
beacon.
said, "Is it you guys have cashew chicken?" They're like, "Yeah, we have cashew chicken." I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" So I go and I pick my order up. I take it home.
40 minutes round trip, huh? You
No,
gotta
no,
drive
it's
there, pick it up.
10.
come back?
No. This one
15,
was actually
20.
close to
It was
him, but
in
he
my-
had been
it was in
searching.
my
He had been
city.
searching.
Oh, okay.
And his like most aggressive radius, he's like, I'll
Yeah.
drive 30 minutes there and
To
back.
get cashew chicken. So I get back home.
But he like found one close.
yeah, I get
He
home.
found the only
Oh,
one.
man,
close.
you lucked out, huh?
I get home. No, I did not.
No.
I get home. I open my bag. Boom. I take the.
I told
take
you
my
the
rice
thing I
out.
described is better.
Yeah, I took my rice out, and then I take the chicken. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be delicious. It's breaded fried chicken.
Is it like a
normal.
chicken fried steak?
No.
With-
It's like normal chicken that you would get at Canton Inn, like how it's
Yeah.
cut in little pieces and breaded and fried, with cashews on top of it, no sauce.
No. And on the
Put that
on the
everything
side
that
on
I
the,
love.
What?
They gave me duck sauce,
Dude,
mustard,
they must have
and
fucked
soy.
up.
No, I called them back. I said, "Is there supposed to be sauce on this?" And they said, "No, you ordered cashew chicken."
Dude, it's just chicken with cashews.
Yeah. So
What?
fried chicken and bread. So he had chicken nuggets that someone
They
threw
had
cashews on
top. Whole
They threw-
cashews.
They threw did
Whole
not even,
cashews.
See,
Didn't even bother
I'm-
splitting them.
Fuck
No. That's what I'm telling you. I had crushed cashews, already better.
But it was
I don't
just
even.
chicken
I don't
and
even.
cashews?
I don't even know what
Wait,
chicken.
dude, you don't know what
cashew
sauce
chicken
is? My
is here.
experience.
You don't know about sauce?
No, and I'm telling you this right now.
You don't know about
James.
cashew sauce? Dude,
I know you're very
cashew
good
is
at
all
what
about
you do.
sauce.
No.
I
It's
know
all
you're
about the
very good at
sauce.
what you do, but I promise you, you will have no fucking idea how to make cashew sauce when you leave here.
Dude,
No, that's fine.
You will
There's
have zero
there's
fucking
quite
idea.
a,
furthermore,
there's
how
quite a
insulted were
few-
you when you got fried chicken with cashews on
I was
top?
fucking. No, it was me.
Well, I know, but
I was
you
fucking
said you got
pissed.
that? You said you got a fried chicken
No,
with
I
cashews on top? Or
I
it had
was
sauce?
no. So I saw it get delivered. I knew it was the cashew chicken. No, I was eating dim sum with some actual Asians.
So you never
we
actually
were
had-
like
you just
trying
seen
to
it.
we were trying to eat chicken feet with chopsticks that had this like slippery sauce, and it was like really hard to do. And I was like eating real dim sum in this Chinese restaurant,
were
but I
eating-
saw their cashew chicken go out. And what I'm going to tell
You
you
were
right
eating
now,
chicken feet?
Oh, chicken
Chicken
feet's
feet.
delicious.
Like with
chicken
like,
feet.
Only
talons and shit?
Yeah, claws.
Only if you ever eat chicken feet, only eat it at an Asian restaurant. Do not ever get chicken feet anywhere else.
Shoney's? I'm not good.
Like other people have.
No.
it, but
There's
the
other
Asian-
cultures
the
that
Asian
make
flavors,
chicken feet.
Oh,
the
culturally
Asian
wise.
flavors
Okay.
that they put on the chicken feet. It's actually like it's nice.
Is there not bones and shit?
No, there is.
No, there's bones. You eat the chicken, the scaly
spit 'em
chicken.
out?
So you've seen a chicken's foot, right?
Yeah.
And it has all the scales and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they
eat
don't even
that.
take any of that off. You eat that. It's like a chinchurron. It's like
So
you're
I cut
eating
a chicken's foot off.
You cut the chicken's foot off. You cut the chicken's
And
foot
eat it.
off, and then then you braise it in these amazing sauces that neither one of us will ever
I
figure
will
out how to
never
make.
fucking know how to make that
Neither
shit.
one of us will ever figure out how to make because
It's a
we're
secret.
focused on our own version of cooking, and we have to do a 20-year
Sure.
course in another direction to figure out how to make these chicken feet.
Right.
But they put it in the sauce and they cook it in the way they do, and then they serve it to you. And it's slippery and it's really hard to grab with chopsticks, and then you eat it and it's amazing.
It's fucking good.
You're eating fucking bird feet.
Bird feet.
They have
straight up bird
They have
feet.
And it's good.
super. They have
But you don't have to worry
super-
about the bones. Like,
You
like-
just,
No,
you pick them out.
Have you ever eaten a fucking buffalo wing, my man?
yeah,
You
but
just
there's a lot of
fucking throw
meat
the
on those
bones
things.
out.
There's no meat on a chicken foot.
No, there's
there's
the
like
beautiful
it's the-
fatty skin.
So you're peeling.
Have you ever had like a?
It's like eating a flat where like a flat with wings. You can just.
Have you ever had like crispy,
pull it out and you
like
pull the bones
crispy,
out?
Crispy duck breast? Have you ever had that like crispy duck at all?
I'm
or,
from
like,
Springfield, Missouri, man.
So
when I go to get Chinese, it's cashew chicken.
have you had like crispy chicken thighs? Like where
I've
the
eaten
skin's
chicken
still on
thighs.
them, and then like you sear the shit out of them.
Yeah.
You never had that? I mean, it's
Next.
yeah. There's really nothing else.
What
to
else
like
is it like?
compare it to.
Do you like
Do you like pork rinds?
Do you like not
I'm
extremely
serious.
skin?
Do you like pig,
okay.
Do you like pork rind?
They're all right.
No. Let's go less than pork rind because it's still
yeah.
wet. Do you like bacon that isn't so crispy you could slap someone with? Like you could like crush it against someone. Like it has some flop.
Yeah, I don't like real crispy bacon. Yeah, I like a good flop. I like a decent flop.
So
It's
just
like that,
so just
but on bones.
So just imagine a small twig has been wrapped in bacon fat.
Okay. Now we're talking.
like the floppy bacon fat, but cooked enough that it's
Okay.
not a problem. It's wrapped around a stick, so you eat it
Do you
and you
pick
throw
them out
away
with-
the fucking stick.
You pick them out with the chopsticks too? Or do
No, you
just-
pick it up. You pick it up. You pick up the foot with the
Yeah.
chopstick, and then you eat all the
Yeah.
fucking bacon fat off of it, and
Dude,
you throw
this
away
is
the
some serious
foot.
chopstick skill. You're right. And if they're that hard to grab, I mean,
They're kind of
Russell,
hard to grab.
whenever you're free,
They're kind of hard to
you're
grab.
gonna make me some chicken feet?
no, I'm not gonna make them for you. What we're gonna do is
You
we're
know
gonna
a
go up to
place?
St. Louis.
Oh,
I'm serious. We could do a day trip.
dude, there's
we'll
a
go
wet
up to
market
St.
in
Louis.
Kansas City I know about.
We'll go to St. Louis, and we'll eat at this place that I always get chicken feet at. And
Pipe works.
Pipe works.
we will literally eat
This
chicken
went way
feet.
better than she thought it was gonna go.
And you'll, I guarantee you'll like
I'm
it.
interested. Hell, I'll try anything. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I guarantee you'll like it.
I just don't. I don't like get out of my way too much, food wise.
Yeah.
Like I don't experiment too much. I know
But
what
I'm
I like.
saying,
I
like,
stick
one
to
day-
it.
But
One
if you
day
ever,
when we're
if you
both
ever
free.
go experiment weirdly, go experiment weirdly with a chef.
That's what I'm
Easier
thinking.
that way.
That's
I'm
what I'm
gonna tell you
thinking.
right
It's
now.
easier that way.
Charlie,
guys are
has
saying
she
a
ever
bunch-
had pho before she met me?
No,
Will she eat pho again?
she loves it.
What's this? Flaw?
Pho.
Pho.
Pho? 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 The
Pho.
noodles and
Yes.
water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pho.
Two noodles and water.
Yes,
Yeah,
pho.
in Missouri they say pho.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pho.
You got any full?
But she never had that, and she.
It is very good. I do like that.
I took them to
What's
my,
that?
I took them to my
Korea or
spot.
that's the one place I like the most.
Karai.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
that place is fire. As we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, that place.
Karai
is
has
really
the
good.
best sushi in town.
And
in my
sushi
opinion.
too,
Their
dude.
sushi is
It's
fucking fire.
That and Kai, I like Kai too, but
Yeah.
last time I had it wasn't. the
Kai,
best.
dude, I don't even think Kai gets close to that.
Really?
I really don't. I think Karai personally, and I have not had any better sushi and just
I-
food
well,
in general.
Dude, I may take that back because last time I had Kai, it wasn't as good as the first time I had it, and it wasn't as. And now that I remember Kai, yeah, it wasn't as good as
yeah,
that.
Karai is fucking.
That's
up.
off the wall.
Yeah.
They're pretty fucking good.
I fucking hate tuna, and like they almost made me like tuna.
Dude,
It's that good.
Oh my god!
It's
oh,
that
my,
good.
oh my
Tuna roll?
god, chef!
I hate
Tuna-
seafood,
Tuna's so
but-
good.
No, it's fucking horrible.
I hate seafood. Fucking
Every
tuna.
version of tuna I've ever had
Yo.
is just fucking disgusting. I hate
Yo,
it.
chef! Next time
Yay.
you come,
I won't eat it.
next time you come to
I'm not
Chicago,
gonna eat it.
next
No.
time you come to Chicago,
You
you
fuck
only
me with
you have,
Malort. It's not
No,
gonna happen,
dude,
dude.
next
what
time
do you
you-
even like in
Tuna me.
Chicago, dude?
No, next,
Everything.
everything.
Stinks.
No, next time
Everything.
you come to Chicago, we're going to Blowfish, and you're going to have
I don't
white
like the
tuna.
They blow you.
Dude, I'm telling you, if there was anything on this planet, if there was any restaurant and any dish that would make me like tuna, it was that tuna roll that I had at Karai, because it made me think for a second, this is good. And then
How do you not like tuna?
and then I
tuna,
got
tuna raw
and then I
is the
got
best way to eat
and then I
tuna.
got a
I
fucking
gotta say, I hate seafood, but fucking spicy tuna rolls, I could eat them all day.
no.
They're goddamn delicious,
No.
dude.
They're
the raw or the tuna,
Yeah,
the
for real.
the tuna.
Yeah, and this was uncooked. This is uncooked
if you
tuna.
cook tuna, you're a monster.
dude. Yeah, who is cooking
Like,
tuna? Thank
I
you.
mean-
I'm also a chef.
we cook tuna because that's how people like it. Tuna steaks, people like it fucking cooked.
What's okay? So tuna steak. What's that?
Literally looks like a steak.
Is it?
I mean, it's like a puck of
You have to
tuna.
cook it all the way through.
No.
Like, is
So
it-
a fish looks like this, right? And you go
Kinda.
Okay, so it looks like this.
So it's you're a cross section.
Yeah,
It's a cross section.
Yeah, it's a cross section. A tuna
So it
steak
comes out
is a cross section.
like this, and then you cut.
What about the bones?
A tuna steak should have a spine in it.
Okay, I'm very.
A tuna steak
I don't
should have
like
a spine
bones,
in it.
guys. I have a lot of questions about bones and you guys eating them. Do you eat this bone?
No.
Do you eat any bones?
I wouldn't eat tuna bones.
Salmon bones.
You eat salmon bones.
Salmon bones are
Are they
very
like
soft.
They're soft. Okay, I know that. Well, isn't that with a lot of fish? Like a lot of fish, their bones get soft.
Speaking of fish,
Yes.
have you ever worked with tilefish?
Tilefish?
Yes.
Is it some
that?
sort of...
golden tilefish? It's
it some
it's
sort
very
of
popular in
flounder?
Texas.
No.
No, it's its own
Is
thing.
it a gulf?
Let
Like
me
a
fucking tell you
saltwater?
something. What do you think? Because I've probably done it before. What do you think is the hardest fish to debone?
The flounder or the sole?
Okay, I've
Solefish.
deboned sole before, and I've also deboned flounder. And I'm telling you right now, tilefish, way worse.
Is it some sort of
It
spiral fish?
It took me 6 hours to debone 25 pounds of tilefish.
Oh my god! Like the next hard
fucking hours.
The next hardest fish I would say is the red snapper. The red snapper is a very crazy knife skill challenge because they have bones that extend to the edge of their gills. So like a lot of fish, you can go with a knife and you can get most of it done even if you're being sloppy. But like a red snapper, you have to go. What
What are you, a robot? What the hell is this?
You're doing a lot of movements.
Robotic
No,
movements?
robotic. You got to run your hydraulics perfectly.
So you got to know, like, you got to be like a surgeon with these things.
Dude,
Yeah.
And
You
the,
gotta know the ins and outs of the fish's
the
anatomy.
reason why the tilefish was the worst fish I've ever deboned, and I've deboned some pretty shitty fucking fish.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why the tilefish, the bones in the tilefish, like as I'm trying to pull them out, they just break. And I'm trying to be delicate pulling these things, and I'm working with it.
So this is a raw fish?
like, yeah. So I'm working with it. I mean, I'm literally.
So you're trying to get it ready to cook so
Yeah.
that no one
Right.
sees a bone when they eat it.
Sure.
I'm trying to be as delicate as fucking possible pulling these bones out, and then all of a sudden it'd be like snap,
As you're pulling it out?
and then I would go and check.
No. So what you're saying is like, so here's a chunk of meat. The bone starts here. You're pulling it from here, and then like it breaks in the middle where you can't get your tweezers.
Oh. And then you gotta finger it to find the rest of the bone.
I'm having a culinary nightmare.
Yeah,
during
you
my
you
waking
Have you
experience.
experienced this before?
You dig around in it and try to find the bone that just broke off.
But you're probably fucking the thing up too while you're doing that, right?
Yeah,
Nah,
you smash.
I mean,
you
kind of, sort of.
Put your fingers bigger than fish bone.
But I would rather like make the fish look a little weird than to serve someone a bone.
Right.
But because those
Yeah.
bones are very fucking tiny and they are sharp as fuck.
Right.
So
right.
you have to like finger it, and then you have to like get your fucking tweezer in there and pull the rest of it out very delicately, and then it would break again.
So you still have a
fucking
splinter?
hour, dude.
No.
6
So you're
hours.
pulling splinter out. So you're pulling splinters out of your left foot or out of your right
And it
foot
just
with your
keep
left
breaking.
hand.
Like,
That's what
dude,
he's
it's
saying.
fucked up.
You're pulling splinters out of your left foot with
So
your right hand.
is it
The fish is
the
amazing.
Juice, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Dude, the fish is amazing.
All right.
I've never had tilefish.
Dude, it's
I've never
fucking
eaten
amazing.
It or
Is it a
was-
freshwater or saltwater fish?
That was salt. Yeah, saltwater.
A Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was like right down by Texas.
yeah, I've never used that fish. I've never.
Dude,
I've
it's-
never.
it's
used
very
or eaten,
good.
I've
It's
never
very
used or
meaty.
eaten that fish.
It's very meaty. It doesn't have like a crazy like fishy taste to it. Like you can definitely taste it, but it was very, very meaty.
But like the meat, is
it reminded me
grainy.
of halibut.
The meat has some like texture.
Oh, dude, it has texture. Like it's dude, it was super fucking good. But
One
I
of
was
my
about
problems
to kill
with
myself.
whitefish is a lot of the whitefish just have no texture, so you're just like, and you just swallow it without chewing, and it's kind of weird. The flavor could be great, but you don't have to chew it.
Like it has like this
And at
soft.
a certain point, some of these like whitefish and sea fish are just like,
This is gonna sound weird to like describe it this way, but it's just like how I can imagine it. It was very soft and flaky, but it had like almost like a rubbery bounce back almost. Like there was definitely texture there, but it was in like a weird, very soft, rubbery way. It was fucking delicious.
well, speaking of weird, so you know the
rubber
fish.
fish.
So
It was
speaking
fucking
of
delicious,
weird,
like-
so
Rubber bone
like,
fish.
like you know it's in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like,
actually
that's
kind of weird for some of the like sea whitefish.
Like when you're
There's, like, some
chewing
sea-
it, you're
some,
actually
like,
just chewing it. You're not just like
disintegrate.
letting it break in your tongue.
there's- yeah,
like you're
there's-
not just like and then you swallow it. You know.
There's some sea bass. Like there's 7 or 8 fish people put on their menus that say are sea bass. There's some sea bass that when they cook.
Yeah, these fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah. Oh wow, no,
It's a beautiful fish.
That's a long ass
Ooh.
fish. That's a long ass
That's
narrow
a sea
fish.
fish. That's a saltwater for sure. If we,
But
back to that.
there's some of these like whitefish, like they call sea bass. There's 7 or 8 fish we all call sea bass.
If that shit
And
ain't
there's-
from
and
Chile,
there-
I
Is
ain't
it like
buying it.
catfish or
No.
Around
That
here.
shit, bro, I'm telling you, if it's sea bass and if it's not from Chile, I'm not buying it.
No, Chilean sea bass is
Fucking fire.
literally basically one fish, but it could be a second fish that does the same thing, and it actually has like you can pull the layers of its meat away when you cook it right. But there is some whitefish that you get that it's like if you just like push your fork against it, the fish becomes its own sauce.
Yeah.
It's
like
just
oils.
no,
or
it's just like
mushy.
like
like-
instead
In a good
they're
way?
they're
It's
not
like
a,
it like
they're
turns
not
into
a,
mashed potatoes.
They're not a strong.
Fishy
They're a
mashed
fish that
potatoes.
just kind of like lazily. They're a fish that lazily swims, so their like muscles don't build, so there's no texture to them. So as a chef, when you cut them, you're like, and you cut it in the exact shape, and then you like slide it onto the flat top, and then you like wait until it's exactly the right second, and you're like, flip it, and then it flips.
What a
And
headache.
you're like, and then you put it on the plate, and you put the sauce, and it's delicious. But also, when you like think about it texturally, you put your fork in it, you put it in your mouth, and you're like,
Let me ask.
I did not have to chew that meat. I did not have to chew that meat.
That's kind of how I feel about
So
like
that
tuna
means
and
it was
sushi.
jelly. I just ate fish jelly.
So let me ask you this. I'd like to hear both your guys' answer on this. I don't really care much, or I haven't in the past cared much for seafood at all in general. So if you were to recommend a starter seafood that's easy for anyone to like, what would you guys recommend?
Like any seafood,
Yeah,
shrimp scampi.
yeah.
That's the easiest one to catch on to. If you're just trying to like
absolutely.
eat some
If
seafood
you
and like
have,
it's all the flavors that people like.
Right.
Butter,
But that's
wine,
more, that's
salt,
more of a
garlic.
It's more of a pasta with shrimp, right?
I mean, it's what you make it with typically.
So, but if I want to just, if I just want a straight seafood without
Are you talking like a mixed seafood conglomerate thing?
I don't even really know now that I know what I'm talking about.
Or are you talking?
You're talking like a fish.
Almost a fish or crabs or
Halibut.
lobster. Like you go and you go to a
Halibut.
fucking you go to a seafood restaurant in
Halibut.
Florida that
'Cause-
comes
'cause-
in that day. Like, what's the
Halibut.
I'm going to tell you right now. There are 3 ways you're going to classify real seafood.
God damn it! This is getting
Like-
fuck. Jesus! I
like-
just wanted one way.
You have
Like,
two fucking chefs in here, Russell.
Yeah, you got 2 chefs right
You
now.
fucked
so you're
yourself.
fucked.
Hey,
You're
how do you
fucked.
guys? What's the best
No,
way to
how
eat
do you make
one
popcorn?
wide variety?
No.
of
I would
food?
go 5 if I'm not going layman's terms.
Yeah,
So I'm
we're doing
saying-
layman's here,
We're
for sure.
going layman's terms. So we're not going 5. We're going 3.
Yeah, talk
something,
to a baby here.
Something in a shell.
Oysters,
No,
clams,
even
mussels.
something that walks on the bottom.
Like a
Something that
lobster, crab,
swims.
and a fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like there's 3 ways
give
to
me
go
the best
about
of
it.
those
Because
3.
I'm going to tell you right now.
For beginners,
There are
beginners.
very few oysters I like. I am a food experimenter. I'll go
Sure.
all the way in all the time. Some oysters are rough for me. You gotta
Is that the
you gotta
regional
have a
thing?
real-
yeah, and
No.
like me,
Just a
you-
luck of the
you-
draw.
No. It's like what oyster you're getting. There's like a science behind being an oyster fan.
I like me personally. I like East Coast oysters. I don't like West Coast.
I like small West Coast oysters and
I don't.
any East Coast.
Yeah,
If you
East
get
Coast
no,
oysters,
you give me a big West Coast oyster where it's like, hey, just swallow half a pound of meat
yeah, that's the
without
good shit.
chewing.
But like
Dab of hot sauce.
West
I've heard.
Coast,
You always use a hot sauce, as far as I'm concerned.
me too.
All right.
Just a boop,
All
and
right.
then drop that
I've
bitch
never
down.
had. I've heard they're gross.
No, they're so
No,
fucking good.
no. They're
But
absolutely
like I
delicious.
said, I mean, me personally, if I was to tell you, like,
I'd
hey,
say East Coast is
East
probably
Coast
my favorite
easily the best oysters.
because my addendum is I want a small West Coast. So it's like a very few kind of oysters. Every East Coast is correct.
Okay.
But some oysters that come from the West Coast are so big. I'm just like,
Is that something you have to like?
there's
It is.
there's a textural situation going on with an oyster.
Right, but if you're going to a restaurant and you're like, I fucking want oysters, and you go to a restaurant, you find out from
if I'm going to a restaurant, I'm getting oysters. I would get 6 West Coast oysters or 12 East Coast oysters.
But
And I'm
you
going to
would-
enjoy 12 East Coast oysters, not due to quantity, But because
But
they're
how do
better.
you know which restaurant has like which?
Yeah,
If your restaurant only
they
has
know-
east or west,
They
don't eat their
don't-
oysters.
Yeah,
They don't
like-
source them from one place. They get them from. I mean,
But
do
for
they
me,
know?
for me personally, like if I went into a restaurant, and like I asked them like where, like what, wait, are these East Coast or West Coast oysters?
Mm-hmm.
If they're like, oh, they're West Coast, I'd be like, I don't want them. Like, I mean, I just wouldn't say that, but I would be like, oh, okay, and then I would move on because me,
I guess any
personally,
reputable restaurant would know where their oysters.
I've had
from,
you
right?
should. I've had so many different.
Literally, legally in the United States, you need to know who fished it. Like you,
Yeah, but do you expect the servers to know that?
I mean, absolutely.
I mean,
they
in
should be
most
able. They
restaurants,
should be
yeah.
able to reference it within 15 minutes.
Like
Actually,
with my
it's
clams.
15 minutes seems steep
So-
if
so-
you're asking a waiter.
like,
No. Like if that waiter has to find the sushi, the like oyster
Oh,
shucker,
total
but the
time.
oyster shucker isn't like in the spot, and then you have to find
Is it
the manager.
shurker?
Shucker.
Okay, dude.
That's
I'm
the
talking
mo-
to
that-
chefs
that's
here,
the-
so I'm
that-
like,
that's
have
the
I been
mo-
saying
that-
this
that's-
wrong my whole
No,
life?
that's the Malort son.
Speaking of Malort, we
that
got a
is the
little more here.
Malort son.
Ooh, I got another Momo. Or-
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
You want to do a live cast from my city? I'll have you drink with some Irish.
Oh, we should.
You'll get
We
learned.
should.
I love Chicago.
We need to head up.
You'll get learned.
I have a girlfriend there, so I
But
should
I'll-
probably
but-
show
Chicago.
up.
But also, churs.
Chars.
Do you want to? Do you want to take this
Dude,
one now?
Nope. Here you go.
All right. He's still drinking the same beer from earlier,
Yeah,
folks.
pussy.
He's a
End
lady.
it.
He's a
End
lady.
that fucking beer.
Lady. Dude, not that bad.
No, but you like if that server has to go to the shucker and the shucker is like in the back doing something and has to go to the manager, whatever. Within 15 minutes, no matter what.
Is that a general? You said that's legally.
legally speaking.
So if you're like a food marshal or some dumb shit.
Yeah. What kind of
That
oysters are
exists.
these? If that oyster happens to be called Kukatano and it's from Hawaii, there's a label somewhere that has to be either in the main batch or literally where they're shucking it from that says this is Kukatano. It was
Like a port of origin kind of a thing? Like,
It's absolutely port of origin shit. It is. This is a Kukatano. This is the kind it was. This was shipped on the ship Levendari 5, and it was brought to
Damn.
you by X company.
So I can order at any restaurant
in the United States.
I should be able to get a fucking.
They will tell you the species, the name, and
a
origin
manifest
of
fucking.
any
That's the
oyster.
thing, man. Is like I
Is
mean,
that only with oysters?
no?
No,
Because
and
I do
also,
it with my clams at the restaurant.
It's
my
just self-
my staff
the shellfish in particular.
my staff knows
Okay.
exactly where my clams come from.
But for that, okay, let me ask you this though: is it
oysters,
just for that
clam,
week?
Oysters, clam, mussels.
Yeah.
Is it
No,
like,
it's for whatever you have in stock.
But okay, so let's say that you are having trouble getting. We're right in the middle. So if you can't get oysters from the East Coast, you get them from the West Coast. So you have to make it a point to tell your.
I won't buy them.
Well,
no. So it works like this. So you got you got momokotos, right? You've been serving momokotos for 2
are those
weeks.
Japanese? Momokoto.
Yeah. Yes, they
Mr.
are.
Rabato.
So you got momokotos for like 2.5 weeks, and you've been serving them hard because you really like them as the chef, and you've been ordering them as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
But homeboy just shucked 775 of them. You're out. But you also have a few more East Coast oysters. But they're, I'm going to make up a word, Deganari, right? So you got Deganari oysters. The minute a Deganari oyster gets cracked, your oyster shucker should be telling the server when they serve it to the table, we're out of the Momomotos. These are Deganaris. And if they're like an oyster expert ass table, which happens sometimes, they're like, I thought I had Momokotos. Send them back. And we just have to throw those in the garbage. But also, like, everyone that ate a Momokoto, was fine. But these Deganaris were
Couldn't
like
you just
really polluted. Everyone that ate a Deganari that night got sick. You then know your restaurant served bad oysters, but you also know it was all the Deganaris. So that lets you lead back to the people that fished them. And it's like, what happened during the shipping process?
Dude, it sounds like such a headache to serve fucking oysters.
Yes.
I had no idea that this
It's
this chain of command existed.
It's awful and beautiful because it's a food people really love and they'll spend a lot of money on if you got the right thing. But if like you get them ill, you got to figure out whose problem it was. Was it me at my spot not refrigerating them right? Was it the guy that was supposed to clean them before they brought them to my store, so they were double dirty because we clean them at our spot, but they should clean them at the distributor? And if you only clean like you normally do for cleaning oysters at your own spot, but they didn't do the clean that they can do at the like oyster factory with like the power washers, like you cannot match that clean in your own restaurant in any sort of reasonable way. So if they fucked up that process, all the people that are getting this are getting sick. So let's say my restaurant gets a couple people sick from these Deganaris, right? The name I made up. Right. But also at Grand Anschutz restaurant, people are getting sick from Deganaris, and everyone at
so then it's reasonable to assume it was the distributor, not you.
El Oyster Loco are getting sick from Deganaris. Somewhere in the back line, they fucked it up really bad, and it's like, it's really nasty. It's like, who does the person that got super sick have to sue? But it's true.
Is it
because you're serving a raw food. You're serving a raw food.
But isn't there a certain amount of liability? Like, isn't that part of the menu where it's like you're gonna consume raw food? It's half on you for fucking consuming raw food.
Yeah, but it's also like 100% on the restaurant to track where they're getting their thing from.
Sure.
Because if the restaurant doesn't know where they're getting their thing from, they've already made the mistake that makes them more liable.
They didn't do their due diligence.
Yeah, because like literally everyone at restaurant A gets sick from eating all these Deganaris, but no one else gets sick from eating 10,000 other Deganaris, right?
Yeah.
Restaurant A fucked up their process, and everyone that got sick there are like, I literally had to go to the hospital over eating these raw oysters. Sure. They fuck up restaurant A instead of the company that distributes them. Right. But like, let's say these Deganari oysters get everyone sick in my restaurant, his restaurant, your best friend's restaurant, and this other restaurant in LA.
Sure, yeah. Then it's clearly the
distributor's situation where they did something wrong.
Well,
and then the distributor also has these like double back things where they're like, it was actually Boat Amakoto.
Right,
Boat Amakoto
that chain of custody for the
Boat Amakoto had really bad ones because everyone in New York had these same oysters, and not a human being in New York even reported a problem with these oysters. But everyone in New York had boat leverage. Leverage the boat served the only ones of these that weren't rotten before they landed on land.
So the only way you can get sick from an oyster is some kind of human interference where negligence was involved, or is there natural things in oysters where you can get sick from them?
If you're literally allergic to them, but
other than that.
No, they literally are. I mean, an oyster is a liver. It is literally a poison filter.
Okay. For the
so the thing is you get some oysters. If they smell really salty and fishy, you put them in some really clean, non-chlorinated filtered water for a minute, and they drink that water. They take a shit. They fucking spit it out their mouth. And then, like, those oysters are awesome for days and days and days and days and days. And
is that the chef's job to kind of tune that? Like, you say, this tastes like ass, I'm going to put it in this type of water to make it better?
When you get new oysters, you purge them in really nice water to make them not so salty.
Just as a standard procedure kind of thing?
Yeah, as a standard procedure, you purge them in really nice water that has no chlorine in it. You pull them out. You crack one. You suck one straight up raw. You swish it in your mouth like I do, my lord.
Nice and lardy, yeah.
Yeah. And then you fucking swallow it. Did it taste weird? Did you shit yourself fucking 2 hours later?
But you can sort
Did
of
I shit myself 2 hours later? We'd have no West Coast oysters tonight. And then you throw away 300 oysters.
So you're a human, like a guinea pig for every batch?
Absolutely. I'm a human guinea pig for everything on my line every day.
Interesting. That's not really mentioned in the job description of being a chef.
No,
a human guinea pig.
No, I'm a human guinea pig. I taste everything on my line. I taste everything that every guy I have warms
I assume
up.
Usually when you taste everything, it's for quality assurance, but it's a health aspect.
Yeah, but the quality assurance is a health aspect. It's like, well, I'm going to taste this cauliflower puree. By the nature of the entire recipe, it should have no acidity, right? But if the cauliflower puree starts to ferment and become alcoholic and or rotten, because that's why it's fermenting, it has acidity. And so instead of being sweet and smooth, it's acidic and gritty. If I let him serve that, we're serving rotting food to people. If I just taste it and I'm like, it's smooth and sweet, perfect.
But isn't
Send
that
it.
minute? Like, isn't that
No.
on a like a miniature level?
No. Because what's happening when I taste these other things, other biomes have come in there. There's either like a yeast or a bacteria that's living in there that has literally taken over and turned it into a different food.
I mean, sometimes I can't tell between like.
Have you ever had
Dr.
prison
Pepper
hooch?
and Dr. Thunder? So you're
Have you ever
telling-
had prison hooch?
No, I could probably get some. I
watched it
got
get
a guy
made.
inside, right?
You need to get some
watched it
prison
get
hooch.
made.
Because
Sometimes it'll make you shit yourself, and you'll be like, it didn't even taste great, and then I shit myself, but I got super drunk.
all right.
And then the next time you get prison hooch, you're like, I got perfectly drunk and didn't shit myself.
You get a lot of prison hooch. There was a
you
time.
know, I know science.
I know science and stuff. Little bathtub gin. Dude, that's
I
wild.
had no comment.
Hey,
But sometimes it makes you shit yourself, and the fucking dude that sourced it needs to
his
get
fault.
shanked.
Yeah, dude, it's no different. Again, like we were
And
talking
next
about.
time you get it from the other guy, and you don't
hope
shit
you're- you
yourself,
hope you're better
guess
off.
what? Homeboy doesn't get shanked, and you buy more hooch.
Boy,
Capitalism.
the kitchen
Do you
world
know
and
about
the felon world
capitalism?
is just
Or are
same.
we
Well,
just
fuck,
fucking
most people
around
that are in
here?
kitchens are felons.
I'm a laborer.
So-
I'm a laborer.
Yeah. Most people
I
that are in
believe-
kitchens are felons.
Yeah,
So,
it's true.
Well,
though.
then you're part of capitalism.
I'm part of the revolution.
No.
I'm a revolutionary. I'm a revolutionary. Revolutionary, actually.
Being a
fact.
laborer is not
I'm
revolutionary.
I'm not a laborer.
Human
I'm a-
beings have been doing it for 10,000 fucking years.
I'm a laborer.
because-
I'm a laborer.
Laborer.
I'm a laborer. I
A
believe in
labor
revolution.
or sleeping.
Got me there. Fuck. Shit. Damn. There's so like, again, that's why I like having these conversations where I don't know shit about it because I'm so interested in it because there's so much shit that goes into your guys' job. That,
I haven't even got to two. We were just talking about.
oh yeah,
oysters.
dude, you're right. So what else would you recommend?
So the things that walk on the ground. There you got your lobsters.
Crustaceans.
You got your crustaceans. You got your lobsters and your shrimps. And I really think that like if you are trying to introduce yourself to
Shrimp.
seafood as a person that just does not like seafood, fish and oysters are the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Fish, oysters, clams are the wrong way. You go for lobster and you go for shrimp. Because all the best restaurants just coat them in fucking butter, which
That's what I was
your
gonna say.
mind loves.
Now, is that
Lobster,
is that
shrimp.
like is that blasphemous?
No.
Or is that the way it's supposed to be done? Is
It's
is it the butter that makes it good,
the
or is
best
it
way.
the
It's
crustacean?
the butter. It's the butter that pairs it right. So
why don't you
like,
just drink butter if you like seafood so much?
like the reason people really like a Wagyu steak costs a fortune. A proper Wagyu steak costs a fortune. You know why? It has a perfect amount of fat in it. So you got fat and protein. The problem with all of those bottom dwelling things like the
Dude, they're
the
just mud
lobster,
bugs.
your crawfish,
They
your
crap.
lobster, like even the freshwater crawfish, your lobster, your shrimp, they
eat feces,
they're
right?
no, they're fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. All they got is protein. They got
Beef
no
dogs.
fat. They got no fat. So the thing that the chefs do to make sure that you know it's amazing is they add the fat. So you got your butter and your
And
oils
acidity.
that get added to it so that you're gonna eat it. Because like no one's just gonna like boil a shrimp
Dude, that's what I was wondering.
and just shove it in their mouth.
Hey, does anybody just eat
If it
lobster
ha- if
raw
it-
dog it? They just raw dog lobster, or is it always gonna have a dunk?
I mean,
You
it's
should
normally always gonna
definitely
butter
have a
with it.
dunk.
Does the butter matter?
It does.
Oh,
with lobster.
absolutely.
It makes it so much better.
Because it's like
If you have a really high quality butter,
You
does that
still
make
wanna-
a difference?
I mean,
Then
I don't even give
if
a.
I'm using Highland
no,
salted.
your highest quality lobster served to you cooked every way except no fats, garbage. Your highest quality lobster served with fucking margarine
yeah.
Ooh,
is
I can't
better.
believe it's not
Straight
butter.
up butter,
Is
dude.
fucking better.
Really, just because of adding the
Because
oils and fats.
So we are animals and we evolved from a lot of weird stuff, and a lot of the things we learned as animals is that like a fatty thing is good because you need to fatten yourself up for winter or
Well,
you'll
that-
straight up
sure.
fucking die.
Well, that's energy
So
burn.
one of the best proteins on the planet are these bottom-dwelling fucking sea animals. They have zero fat. You add the fat to them, so they have the best fucking protein you've ever had.
Do you think
right?
that's
So they have the best protein you've ever had, and you've added the fat to it, so your brain goes, "Oh, I'll take a minute to taste that and enjoy it."
That's
So
what I
you
was
have to
gonna
add.
ask.
You have to add the fat.
Is
to
it a
trick
is it
your
a
customer?
Is it a
and,
visceral
or,
kind of instinctual thing?
It's absolutely the only
a
way
primal
to eat,
thing that you want.
everything.
One of the most primal things you can do is eat a properly cooked lobster or shrimp. The most primal thing you can do is stab a mammoth in the neck with a pencil or eat a properly cooked lobster.
Because everything we
You
do.
mean a woolly mammoth?
A fucking woolly mammoth with a pencil.
Well, that's not gonna work.
You're gonna have to stab a bunch of times.
You
but
come on my
how
podcast
fucking- how
and promote
fucking-
misinformation like that? You can
How
kill a
fucking
mammoth?
primal do you want to be? Do you
That's
want to
pretty-
eat some buttered
pretty primal.
lobster or fucking kill a goddamn mammoth?
Yeah, lobster.
I mean,
Yeah,
lobster.
it's super
Lobster.
easier because like he'll
That's
put
one
butter
way.
on the lobster, but I don't even know where there's a mammoth.
Dude,
but there's
so
like some scientist super trying really hard to make one.
without butter suck?
It's not very good.
It's pretty boring.
So butter makes lobster.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a primal thing that you just need that
No,
combination of protein
it's primal.
and that protein and fat.
No,
I'll put it this way.
Shrimp and lobster are primal. Fish, once you learn to love it, is a kind of delicious that I think
gluttonous.
is almost majestic and gluttonous. And you have to be like primed to eat the shellfish, especially on the raw side.
Yeah, no,
Like
I'm not ready for that.
like your oyster raw.
I don't know. if
You
do that.
literally have to have a psychological capability of dealing with it.
That's what I
A
was
clam
because
or a clam chowder is just delicious. But if you're gonna, no, it's not the texture.
I've heard it's the texture. It's like sucking a tongue.
Well, I
It's
mean,
eating
there's a
tongue.
little bit of the texture, but you're literally eating raw meat.
That's gross.
You're just like taking your Bowie knife to a cow and you just rip off a piece of their meat and you
Tatanka.
just suck it down your neck.
Tatanka.
Like if
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
eat
if
the
you're
heart
gonna
of
put
the
it,
buffalo.
yeah, if you're turning it into like the terms of
I
the
do
buffalo,
that.
you just
I would eat a raw heart of a buffalo before I ate a lobster. I mean, not a lobster.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
An oyster. Yeah,
but it's the same thing. It's like the you have to eat it at the right temp. Like so, eating the heart of a buffalo. You have to
98.6 for sure.
you have to like
98
shoot it. You have
for
to
sure.
you have to
98.
shoot it in the head, run up to it, cut out its guts,
No,
pull
no.
out its heart,
I do
and
have
eat
buffalo
it
jump.
while it is still at the buffalo's body temperature.
If I'm gonna eat a buffalo, it's gonna be a native way. I'm doing a buffalo jump. All right, I'm dressed like a wolf. I want to scare him off a cliff.
Well, I don't give a fuck what goddamn furry costume you're wearing when you do this.
This isn't furry.
It
This
works
is-
like
this
this.
is
Shoot it
cultural
in the head
appropriation.
with an arrow. Bam!
Oh,
It
it's not
falls
going through the
over.
skull. You
You
gotta
run
get
up
in the
to it. You run up to it. You cut out its guts.
Dude,
you pull
Chief,
out its
what do you
heart
gotta say about
and
this?
you bite it.
Chief, what do you got to
That's
say?
how you do it. Otherwise, you have to do all the things everyone's always done to make
Dude,
meat right.
could you
Because you
imagine-
can eat the liver and the heart out of any animal that's a mammal immediately after death.
Dude, could you imagine?
Like
I was
a
thinking
monster.
about this the other day.
But otherwise,
If-
you can't do that.
if you were like a
You gotta
like a
like
Native
if you wait
American,
7 minutes. You have to like process it like real meat and let
That
it
stinks.
bleed and hang and
stinks.
stuff, and it smells bad.
imagine being a Native American and like all you ate in your entire life was fucking buffalo. Like just
I would love
lean,
that. I
lean
actually-
ass fucking meat you cooked over a fire. That would get old. I think that's why the livers were so valued because they had those minerals you don't fucking get.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as a person that grew up in Colorado where we farm buffalo, which is still like an endangered species.
Sure.
Fucking buffalo meat is the best thing I've ever eaten. I love
Really?
buffalo meat.
Buffalo
This
meat
But
is
I also
Strongest
find
endorsement.
I find it to be cruelty because like they're basically endangered.
Oh yeah, they're dude. They were raised
Because
they're
somewhere
raised
in
to be eaten
the
at this point.
1860s, some asshole decided to kill fucking 94,000 of them and just stack skulls and stand on top of
It was
it.
actually this guy.
Oh, was it Sherman?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
telling
yeah.
you right now.
Yeah, sorry.
That, like, I really wish that buffalo was a viable food crop because I love a buffalo burger. If I'm gonna have a burger, if I'm gonna have bun, some lettuce and tomatoes and shit,
You think it's better
some
beef?
cheese. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Isn't it super, like lean?
Abso-fucking-
Yeah,
it's lean.
It's really lean.
but it is goddamn delicious, and it's moist even in its leanness. It's one of the rarest mammals in terms of its moistness to leanness
Just
situation.
the muscle itself can be cooked.
Yeah, like you need
Maybe
a
that's why
Wagyu
they like it
beef
so
if
much.
you want a super moist fillet. If you want a moist ass
You ever had a
fillet,
Wagyu
it
burger?
needs to be
You
Wagyu.
think they ever crush one of
Like
the things
someone
up into a
has to be
burger?
massaging that cow on a daily basis for
Fuck
you to
that.
be able to have like
Feeding it beer.
Count me
but
out.
like straight up, I eat grass fucking buffalo.
Dude, yeah.
You eat its fillet.
Dude, I want to fucking.
Holy shit, it's delicious.
You know what I want?
But also, I find it slightly unethical. I'm gonna say right now, it's delicious. I've never had beluga
You know what I
caviar.
want?
We were talking about
Yeah.
it earlier.
Would
but
you
I
eat
know, I
Would you eat it?
I would eat some if someone was like,
That's
"It's
sick.
there."
You're sick, dude. My God.
If it's there,
they're endangered. You
I'm
know
gonna
that?
eat it once, just so as a chef, I'm like, I know the difference between this and the beluga.
Whatever you gotta
sturgeon
tell yourself.
hybrids.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself.
No, it's not whatever I gotta tell myself. This is not like
This is research. God damn it.
this is not like slapping a person smaller than me for comedy. This is eating food to figure out a thing, and frankly, I don't approve of farming beluga caviar.
That's a
but
whale,
if
right?
beluga
Beluga
caviar
whale? Or is that a
happens to
fish?
just be there, and they're like, it's already a caviar in here at my party.
What, is this
I'm
drugs?
like,
You talking about
I'm like,
drugs now?
I'm gonna drop some eggs in my face and be like, oh, I see why it's better. It's unethical. Stop.
Dude, do chef parties, they ever bring like illegal food?
I've eaten zebra.
Dude, how was that?
Illegal and delicious.
Was it good? I mean, it's like eating a
Slightly,
horse, right?
slightly.
You ever eat horse?
No, I have eaten horse, and it's
Jesus
actually
Christ.
slightly different. I
Really?
ate horse in France, where they do that normally.
Yeah. You ever eat dog? You
but,
ever eat a dog?
There's actually this one time back in the day when I was a kid.
I killed it and ate it.
No, I didn't kill anything.
It was already dead.
No. We went to this place called Walkathon.
Walk like a flame?
Well, it was a restaurant in Denver that's no longer open, but it was called Walkathon.
Did they serve dogs?
WOK-A-thon. Walkathon.
Yeah.
And we got a whole chicken and it had 4 fucking legs, and we're still not sure if it was a small dog or a cat. So I've either eaten dog or cat.
Quick question.
It was
And it was so good.
Go stop
it was
there.
so good. It was so good. And I don't know what it was.
Quick question.
We're done.
Quick question.
It was Peking dog
It
or
was-
cat.
No, stop. It was either a 4-legged chicken or a dog.
No, it was not a 4-legged chicken. It was either a cat or a dog. It was a small dog.
We're done.
It was a small dog
No, we're done.
or a cat.
That's so good.
It was delicious, and I super would never seek it out again.
Dude, but it happened upon you at a chef's drug party.
I have made a lot of chicken wings in my life. That fucker did not have wings.
You make dog legs a lot?
Yep, we're done.
That's it. We are at 2 hours. All right. Hey, do you want to plug anything? You got an Instagram or anything you want to plug?
I don't necessarily need to plug Savage Butcher, SAVAGEBUTCHA on Instagram, but that's me. Otherwise, come to Bruno's and eat some goddamn food here in Springfield.
There it is.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Ciao. Thanks for yeah.
I'm going to drink some Malort and forget the rest of my day.
There it is.
Peace out, bitches.
Everybody enjoy that food. Hey, if you're a chef, you're probably going to love that. Oh, we're out of here.